Hello, hello, hello. What's up, please? With the first. Oh my god, that's so cute. Oh, Josh, YGO, Charlie arrive. That's really cute. Dang, Charlie's gonna become the unofficial Schmidtling mascot. No, we're, pretty soon we're gonna become Charlies. I can already feel it. Um, I gotta turn down the volume for myself. There we go. I can hear myself saying. Um, this is kind of like an impromptu stream. I don't really have plans. Well, I do kind of. We're gonna be reacting to XQC plays Pokemon TCG Pocket Part 9, parts 1 through 8. I couldn't find them all. I'm kidding. We're not gonna watch this. But I'll just take this time to say, like, oh yeah, I've been into Pokemon Pocket. It's pretty fun. Yeah. So actually, it's just more fun now that I actually have a base of cards to build off of. At the very beginning, it just feels like you're just opening packs. Let's see. Okay, so I mentioned before about tier lists. I have my gripes about them, just like the way people engage with them. I'll give my boy Alan C. Pennington a shot because he's been making like Master Duel content lately. I mean, this guy's retired at a very young age, so he definitely has the time. So yeah, there was some like giving puppet stuff that he's doing. Fiendsmith combos. Yeah, I actually do have some Fiendsmith stuff that I'm gonna look into, just as like a primer. But yeah, that's on the docket. But it's gonna be like, we could probably get into those in a bit. But yeah, we should look up those. Can we react to non-meta deck? Wait, do you want to react to 11 negates Crystal Beast combo and deck profile? Or if you guys got a suggestion, go ahead and put it in the chat. I don't mind. I can just add it to the playlist and we can do that. Can we Prime catch tier of Fiendsmith? Dude, if we get Prime cards, that would be so interesting. Yeah, I would be surprised. Let's see. What's the audio like for? Kind of loud, huh? Okay, let me let me put you to the lower volume. Maybe that does something. Actually. But yeah, we should start talking about Fiendsmith too. Like, I mean, I engage with this game outside of stream, but I like taking a page out of Josh's book and like using this as kind of an excuse to, you know, okay, it's fun to talk about this game, but there's a point where if you don't play enough, you start yapping. And I feel with the TCG, I don't really feel like I have that good, like I don't have that basis of knowledge of Fiendsmith to really talk confidently about Fiendsmith. So I should probably use this time, especially now that so yeah, I guess so the plan is to probably just react to stuff, try to get react to Bessie Boston's Crystal Beast deck. KVJ, I'm way ahead of you right here. 11 negates Crystal Beast combo and deck profile. I did watch it. I did pre-watch this before, by the way. It was like probably, I like it a lot. I liked his I don't know, seeing like a good player, you know, pour his heart and soul into like, I don't want to call it a shit tier deck, but you know what I mean, like a non-meta deck. Very, very endearing. I fucking love that shit. Pre-watch. 11 negates. I know it's impossible to win. Bro, it's like 2 at most. Okay, so we'll check out this tier list. Let's see what he's about. Alan C. Pennington is an established player before. He just retired from Yu-Gi-Oh for a bit. Well, actually no, he played Go format. So, but he's a crazy boomer. You know, you call me Unk. This guy's Giga Unk. And he's starting to make Master Duel content, so I kind of want to support the GOAT. In my opinion, Untapped is not the greatest source of data to value the strength of the deck. It's skewed towards pet deckers and not a good reflection of the meta. What the fuck? Ice Barriers, deeply flawed deck, only carried by the ability to turn off spells against Senpai if they didn't open hand trap. However, I feel good putting your takes on the meta worse. Why do they even... Okay. Oh no, I hope you keep doing Master Duel content. There we go. Support the GOAT. It's interesting to take on modern Yu-Gi-Oh! From someone who mainly does go for my content. That's pretty much my feeling. But he's a good player. Alan C. Pennington is good. Do you know a better... That's how I feel when people like are smartasses pointing this shit out. Like, okay, dude, where's your secondary source? Oh yeah, Balls reporting. I understand that we don't have perfect sources of info, but like pointing it out is not helpful. Like, please give us a better source. That's like what we're all asking for. But if you like, you just acknowledge the biases and stuff like that. Also, I don't think this is spot on at all. It's skewed towards pet deckers. I don't know. It's very meta. It's ladder, bro. Ladder is already skewed towards like the most random shit, you know. Rating would be more. I guess you could say rating is more accurate, but even then, that's its own specific like rule set. And people will just say, "Oh, that's not a reflection of ladder." So people will just find their own way, their ways of like, you know, being smartasses. Beansmith combos. Caught. Caught. Okay, let's just watch this. I got caught. That fucking comment triggered me. Bro's like two. Yeah. Okay. Hello Perma. How's it going? Hello KBJ. Hello please. Hello Undefined. All right, let's just start this. I'm gonna put him at 2x speed. Oh, let's put on the stupid cash before I forget. All right, Master Duel tier list based on data and Master 1 experience. Okay. I don't know. He has a way of explaining things. You know, I kind of take after Alan C. Pennington. So we'll just click on
Master Duel tier list. I've got all the decks here, and this list is going to be based on both data. You'll see here I have the win percentage in all ranks of these different decks, and I will reference that, but then also my own experience. So to start off, like part of what made creating this tier list difficult was just figuring out like which decks are even going to be on it, because there's so many different viable decks in Master Duel. But I kind of roughly put these on the list based on which of these decks I had actually seen played like more than once in Master Rank. So I still consider myself new to Master Duel. I've only been playing since December of 2024, but I am currently ranked Master 1. I played a decent amount in the like Master 1 ranked ladder, have been doing okay, and this is largely going to be based off of my experience of seeing how these decks perform, and the ranks aren't going to line up perfectly with the match win percentages, and you know, when it's different, I'll explain. So yeah, I think the tier list maker put this in alphabetical order, so that's the order I'm going to go in. Actually, before I start though, I want to explain what each of the tiers mean. So tier 1 I would kind of classify as a deck that doesn't really have any weaknesses other than if someone is specifically building their deck to try to beat you. That makes sense. So you look at a deck like Tenpai Dragons, for example, which is going to be in tier 1. Well, I guess I'll put it right there now. Tenpai Dragons, it's like, you can beat it, but if you are building a deck that is specifically built to beat Tenpai Dragons, it's going to suffer elsewhere. So that's kind of like how I would define tier 1, which is that the deck doesn't really have any weaknesses other than people who just have a target on your back. Tier 1.5.
Ooh, I actually like that definition. I haven't heard that around. I think that's kind of intuitive when people talk about tier 1, but I don't think I've ever heard anyone put that to words. I've never actually heard anyone say that. But I think it's obvious once you say it out loud. I mean, that's why I don't really play tier 1 decks. Like, the mirror has to be good, and the mirror is ass. Then you have to deal with like people like playing hate in their main to beat you, and that also pisses me off too. So I end up trying to be like angle shoot with like a rogue deck. But anyway, yeah, okay, enough about myself.
But has like some sort of little minor weakness that's keeping it from quite being at that level. Tier 2.
Hey Pochio, how's it going? I'm doing pretty good. I'm squeezing in React stream before I head out to hang out, touch grass.
Tier 3 is kind of like, hey, this deck like can't really beat anything above it on the tier list consistently. Now, with like the tier 3 decks, these are decks that I think like, okay, if you play absolutely perfectly and maybe you get a little lucky, you can get to Master 5 or even Master 1 with these decks. But it's just a very uphill battle. So hopefully those definitions make sense.
That's kind of how I felt with Goblin Rider. That's how I felt with the tier 3 definition that he proposes. I feel that way about Goblin Rider. Like, if you play perfectly, you can probably win. But I don't know, in my list that I was playing, obviously it's not perfect, and also I'm not the best Goblin Rider player. There are people way more experienced than me. But I wasn't even thinking about like maining hate for other meta decks, right? Like, I was just focused on getting the deck to work. You know, but I am still participating in the meta somehow, right? And my contribution is basically try to play as, you know, as well as possible, perfect as possible, and then see, I don't think I really had a good win rate versus Tenpai. I think Tenpai just kicked my ass every time. So in a way, I just was queuing in, hoping to dodge Tenpai. But yeah, anyway, I will keep going. What was this? What was this early? You know, we'll keep going.
As we have more examples here. Now, Tenpai Dragon, I would consider this.
At least he defines them at the beginning.
Recently, and it's going to get nerfed again. You know,
Needs more fair definition in best
and
of
I will
one.
discuss how I think the new ban list is going to affect this list. But at any rate, I think this has been the best deck, and I think it will continue being the best deck for quite some time. At least one of the best decks.
Dang, Unc knows Tenpai.
And the reason is, part of what I think makes this deck so good is that its whole game plan is very different from every other deck in the format. The idea that they specifically want to go second when no one else does, I think is a huge advantage.
I appreciate this like engagement,
I haven't played Tenpai Dragons, I've been playing other decks.
like engagement farm replay.
Like kind of one or the other. And the same thing can be true with hands. Like sometimes I'll open a hand of like 4 hand drops, and I'll just be like, oh, thank God I'm going second, because this hand would be a pile of trash going first. Or the opposite, right? Where it's like, you know, I'm going first, and I have a hand like full of all engine cards, no hand traps, and I'm like, okay, thank God I'm going first, because I've got all my going first cards, and then my going second cards. Well, Tenpai Dragon kind of just solves that problem by just always going second, and not having to build its deck around, oh, how many, you know, going first cards go on, how many going second cards go on. It is a very simple game plan. Just the idea of, hey, I've got like a few engine cards and like 20 hand traps, and all I'm doing is making sure my opponent doesn't do anything ridiculous on turn 1, and then I just play one dragon and kill them on turn 2. So I honestly think the Tenpai Dragon deck is a little overpowered, and I think they need to do something about it, but, you know, we'll see what happens. But anyways, going in alphabetical order, I also think Branded Despia is tier 1, and you'll notice the win rate is like a little low on this, like 51%. However, it does see quite a bit of play in, you know, the Master 1 ranked room, and honestly, from my experience playing against it, I think the deck is really good. It has a lot of different plays. It kind of
Dang.
People seem to enjoy playing it a lot.
I don't run into that much
A
Branded.
lot of players are attracted to this deck, and
So he's definitely playing it enough
down here. I also think that
to pick up on that. That's pretty impressive.
but most of them do, and I think that is arguably the best board breaker in the game. I mean, it is a super underrated card, and the fact you get to play 3 super polys, I think makes the deck very good. It's very flexible. I've had a hard time playing against it personally. I don't know like what my personal record against the deck is, but it's probably negative, so maybe some bias there.
I'm pretty sure my win rate against Branded is pretty low.
Maybe you could debate the order there. So,
Like I don't run it into enough to build for it.
Normally I see those two engines played together, and I think they're roughly like similar in power level. To me, like Centurion, it's definitely not tier 1. I would probably put it in tier 1.5, but I think like towards the bottom of tier 1.5. And from my experience playing against the deck, their sort of like turn 1 boards don't seem nearly as strong as some of the decks that are going to be ranked higher than them. They also don't particularly like to play against Ghost Ogre, which like Tenpai Dragon decks, they might be playing 1 or even 2 of those.
That's too high.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Dragon that negates all your stuff. Not all your stuff, it negates like 1 of your cards per turn, but to me like that's not it's like super busted. So to me it's like I don't think their turn 1 boards are super strong. And I don't think they're necessarily that great at like fighting back against other decks turn 1 boards. So yeah, to me it's like it's a little too like underpowered for me to consider this tier 1. Chimera, again, to me Chimera is definitely not tier 1. I think you can debate whether it's tier 1.5 or tier 2. I'm gonna put it like probably like towards the higher end of tier 2. Again, just because their boards aren't super strong. This is another deck where you can play super poly, some lists do, but I think like if you want to be using super poly as like a way to sort of exploit the meta and do this insane board breaker, I would rather just play Branded over Chimera. And they do have like the one fusion where, oh, you discard a card out of your opponent's hand on turn 1, which, I mean, that's like nice if you just put the best card in their hand, but a lot of times they're just kind of like, oh yeah, I don't care. And, you know, you just lose even after your deck kind of does its thing. So to me, it's like, one of the standards that I'm using to evaluate these decks is, if the deck kind of does its thing, it has to win like a lot of the time, right? I think that's what separates, you know, Chimera versus Branded Despia. I feel like if Branded Despia gets its engine going, its win rate is higher than Chimera getting its engine going. And I know the stats like, you know, minus like,
Does its thing.
50% versus 51%. Well, the higher I've climbed, the more I've seen Branded Despia, and the less I've seen Chimera, and I think that's for a reason first. Dragon Link, I would put this in tier 2, and I think I would put it below Chimera. What is nice about Dragon Link is that it really does have some long, extended turn 1.
Best of 3 opportunity cost to put counters inside deck is way lower. That's true.
Like, because its engine is so, you know, requires so many cards, you don't have a lot of room to play like.
Yeah, that's true.
So I feel like part of where Dragon Link suffers is going second, and even going first. Like, yeah, you're going to win more than half the time when you're going first, but it's not some ridiculous percentage of the time. Moving on to Drytron, I'm putting this in the I don't know tier. Yeah, I just haven't.
I just realized he had a I don't know tier.
I just won really quickly both times, so I didn't really get to see much of like what the deck does. I know it's one of the newer decks, like it recently got some support, and yeah, maybe this is a case of the deck is really good and people just haven't figured it out yet. I'm going to withhold judgment on Drytron. If I had to guess, I'd say it's like.
That's you know what?
I don't want to
Good on him, bro.
Oh, I'm an expert on this deck, and I really I don't know, you know how the deck works or how good it is. Gimmick Puppets, this is the deck that I played the most, so I'm probably most qualified to talk about it. I would put it in tier 1.5
Much respect
above
putting him.
tier 1/White Dwarf.
Just admitting.
The issue is like the deck doesn't want to go second, but you win so often when you're going first that I feel like that disadvantage is made up for. As far as like the decks above it in the tier list, against Tenpai Dragons, I feel like it's a pretty close matchup. I feel like it's roughly 50-50. Like you get to go first, which is what you want, and then they get to go second, which is what they want. So it's kind of a question of like, okay, how many ways do you have to counter their hand traps? Because they're gonna open a bunch of hand traps. That's what Tenpai Dragons does. And then it's like, will you be able to deal with that? I think like roughly half the time the answer is yes, because you play so many different ways to counter their hand drops. You can, Ash Blossom their Maxi, you can Called by the Grave, their Ash Blossom, you've got, Condolence Puppet and all of these various ways to counter things like Valor Impermanence, Ash Blossom, etc. If they've got, like, the one Bestial guy in their deck, it's like, my current list does play 2 Ghost Spells. I think most of the Gimmick Puppet lists are playing at least 1 Ghost Spell. So yeah, like, I feel like Gimmick Puppet, it has weaknesses, but they're very minor weaknesses, which is that you don't want to go second. You can sort of build your deck more in such a way that, like, oh, I've got more ways to fight back if I'm going second, but then that, like, weakens your FK percentage if you're going first. So I haven't figured out a way to solve that trade-off yet. Maybe someone else will. Ice Barrier, I'm really debating where to put this, because I played against this a few times. Here, like, you'll notice in this list, based on the data I got from Untapped, over the last whatever it is, week or so, Ice Barrier has the highest win percentage, but it is played by an extremely small amount of people. So I'm tempted to say this is an outlier. Like, I definitely would not say that Ice Barrier...
Yeah, okay, that comment down there, skewed towards pet deckers. He already acknowledges that it's an outlier. Did he not listen to the video? Oh, I suppose he disputes the...
I don't know, because given the high win percentage and the fact that I've only played like a few games against it, hey, maybe I just got lucky in those games, I don't know, but my best guess would be that they're tier 1.5. Cash Tira, now Cash Tira, that's like an engine...
He should put it in the I don't know tier, though. He should probably put it there. To me, it's like, I would put this in tier 2. Like, I'm tempted to say... Ice Barrier tier 1.5 crazy. He should have just put it in I don't know tier. He gave so many qualifiers.
There are certain matchups where you can just cheese a win by just opening Macrocosmos. Even like Gimmick Puppet is one of those matchups.
I do like Kashtira under his definition, where if you do your thing, you still kind of struggle. I feel like Kashtira is just like that, like unless you get a Rise Heart. But even then, that's not a guarantee. Some people aren't like talents; you'll just randomly lose to that.
That's where I'm debating. The annoying thing about LeBron, because this is another deck that I played a decent amount. I probably played this
LeBron.
And it can also have issues going second. Like, it depends on your hand. Like, sometimes you get a hand that has like a lot of interaction going second, and you're fine. And I've tried to make my list in particular better at fighting back going second. But you can have hands sometimes. The issue is that you can have hands that are like all traps and no engine, or like all engine and like no sort of defensive traps. And certain hands, you're just kind of like, oh, I hope they don't Ash Blossom my big LeBron, and then they do.
LeBron.
And also, it's like if Ghost Spell, some decks play Ghost Spell, like Tenpai Dragon and Gimmick Puppet, both tend to play Ghost Spell, and they can also Ghost Spell your big welcome LeBron. So like having this card that is just negated by like 5 of your opponent's hand traps and is really key to your engine, to me that is like a pretty substantial weakness. I mean, for me, it's like,
I lost count on passing after Revealer got negated. Team Tomodachi. Sometimes the shuffler just asks. Yeah, but he did.
But I would probably put it like more around like where Ice Barrier is. And I actually think before the Molcharmies got released, I think this deck would be like a lot higher. Like, I think you could even argue like maybe Math decks were even like tier 1 before the release of Molcharmies. But with so many decks just playing like the
Hey, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining.
A lot of decks, like even like Brian being a good example, like they can kind of play around Maxi, like okay, my opponent Maxis me, I don't really care. Tenpai Dragons are like okay, my opponent Maxis me, well, I'm just gonna kill them, so I don't really care.
That's true.
Kind of, like,
That's true. Maxi does fuck this deck.
Whereas Math deck, it's like if they do get Naxied or Molcharmied,
Molcharmy not so much.
Like, okay, obviously you have like 3 Ash Blossoms, 2 Called by the Graves, and the 1 Crossout Designator. But like before, it's like, hey, they have 3 Naxies, I have 6 ways to counter it. But now it's like they have 6 Naxies, and I have 6 ways to counter it. So yeah, to me, it's like.
Ooh, I might leave a comment.
In a month if Math deck kind of fell off. But yeah, we'll talk about that more later. Melodious, I also.
I will, I'm not gonna say like. I'm not like what's called surprised that people felt like Molcharmies. Like if people switch decks because they were afraid of Molcharmies, that's fair. I'm not gonna. But having Perulia is not real. Fuelos is annoying. But I think I've always lost to Maxi like in my climb. And it was just Tenpai or something like that, which can actually fit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like Molcharmies contributed to my like losing rate that much. It did. I feel like versus the Tenpai matchup, it did even things out though. Like the Molcharmy, the 6 Molcharmy, 3 Maxis. It did feel like it evened things out because most of the time, if you went first with Tenpai, well, to be fair, the month before where I was destroying Tenpai, I had talents. All I really had to worry about was Maxi. Okay, there was Bestial too. Bestial was pretty annoying, but you could still win through those. It's not like impossible. But Maxi, I feel like it's impossible to win through those. You can set up a cope board, but if you can't even do that, or if you don't even have like hand traps, real hand traps behind you when you pass on Maxi, there's not like you're coping. There's not much you can do about Maxi. But the Molcharmies, I don't feel like they impact. They help out Tenpai a lot more because they can actually play more Maxis, to hopefully skip the Mathmech player's turn. But other decks don't have that luxury. And you already had a good win rate versus Tenpai going first. So and it's not that bad that you know, since you already had such a high win rate versus Tenpai going first, will Charmy shaving that, making that lower, it's not too surprising. Yeah, it's probably closer to 50-50. I would feel.
But I do know most of them are going to be in tier 1 profile. I would say it's better than LeBron.
Watches with auto subs. Reggie watches auto subs.
It's pretty close. I mean, you'll notice his decks all have pretty so, yeah,
What do you mean, Nevian? What's auto subs?
Classified some of the other pendulum variants with Melodious, like some of these other decks, you don't really want to go second. It can be a little hard to get your stuff going if your
Team Tomodachi.
But they do have some pretty ridiculous turn 1 combos where you can just be like, oh, I can, you know, deal with all your stuff. All my things are untargetable. So I mean, of course, like anything depends on like what your exact board is and what your opponent is on. But yeah, I've really been impressed seeing this deck. I know a couple weeks ago this was one of the higher win percentage decks on Untapped. It was like 56-57%. Right now it's like 53. So I think
that actually seems skewed. That actually seems skewed. The 56-57.
like around the same as Chimera.
But he acknowledges at the
The
beginning.
issue with this deck is this deck has become a little more popular lately. It's a bit more of like a grindy deck, in the sense that like it's sort of reliant on its back rows to deal with your opponent's things, and then you have the one guy.
I feel like the remaining Rescue Ace players that are still playing are really good.
Oh my goodness.
Auto subtitles, yeah. Yo, Cast Form.
He looked like a superhero. Y'all see his fit? Holy cow. I mean, it's a shit mom, but y'all see his fit though, right? Sheesh. He got pink eye. He was eating ass. Alright. Respectfully.
Tier 3, I think this deck is absolutely trash. I don't know why in the last time I played this deck several times, even in Master Rank, but this is definitely like a classic example. I can't think of any strengths, and like it has a lot of weaknesses. Yeah, so I think this 42 win percentage is here for a reason. Yeah, maybe some Rika players are gonna talk shit in the comments. I don't know. I mean, maybe if you're just an amazing player, you can,
To be fair,
played, like, a lot of matches, even like with Give It Puppet going second and Rika goes first, like sets up their whole board, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't care. I can still kill you. So to me, like it seems like Rika, it's
Okay.
and even if you kind
I don't think this deck is as trash, and I'm like, holy shit. I wonder how much of this win percentage is people just fucking up with Rika. Because holy shit, this deck is hard. I mean, having a good turn 1 board is not that impressive of a strength, but at least acknowledge that it could. After Tactical Trideck, I will also be a racist player. Obviously, I feel like the percentage, the slow percentage, is influencing how hard he's going on Rika. He's going really hard on Rika, I feel. But yeah. I don't believe that actually. If you are interrupted, I feel it is good enough. That's what I don't believe. They use untap.gg for win percents? Yeah, he's using untapped. Oh, this is so funny, dude. Ritual Beast? Dude, people could not believe Ritual Beast was like good. People could not believe that. And I can't believe it's still around. And also, like, there's the potential for like people fucking up with this deck too to lower the win rate. To lower the win rate. Maybe I'd have to know the sample size that they're using. Maybe it's smaller than, you know, like Tenpai and all that. I like their own, I think there are a lot of people playing suboptimal builds because waifu, like their own versions are bad. Okay. Release a structure deck of all types, they tend to get support. Yeah. I'm kind of interested what they cook up for Exo Sister and Race. But Ritual Beast, maybe 57% is kind of like an outlier. That's pretty high. That's actually pretty high. Like, I'd raise my eyebrow. But yeah, people could not like this. This deck, having played it, it feels strong, even though there's so much room for error. But it can be counter decked, which isn't really possible in best of one. Maybe in rating duel, but.
Right. Sets like every week, and Ritual Beast just always has like a 57% win rate. It's very weird. And when I've played against it, like the deck has felt like a little underpowered. But I know like what Ritual Beast players like say online, they just say like, oh, this deck is just like super slept on. So it's interesting. It has a high win rate but a low play rate. I am just gonna put this in. I don't know. I would.
Dang.
You know, I personally would guess there's probably around like tier 1.5, maybe even tier 1. But I don't know. Salomon rate to me like.
Gasolina? Oh my god, that's a.
Snake Eye Fire King deck. So actually, like, I'll just do this first. Snake Eye Fire King, in my opinion, is tier 1. I play against this deck a decent amount of times. It doesn't really have a lot of weaknesses. It's got, you know, good setups going first. It doesn't really mind being hand trapped that much. Like, I played some of the games against it where I have multiple hand traps on turn 1, and they still end on like a very strong board. I think as an attribute, I think Fire is like a good place to be because you'll notice like both the other decks above it on the tier 1 tier are playing bestial monsters. So like having like, you know, Prometheus, you know, as a lead monster that's coming back from the grave that isn't light or dark is really nice. So yeah, you know, lots of people have been playing this deck, lots of people have been winning with it. I think it's tier 1. And because of that, like, to me, I'm gonna put Salomon Great in tier 2 only because I just feel like in many ways it's just like Snake Eye Fire Team, but worse. Like it's just, you know, a fire deck that makes boards that aren't like as strong. I could see arguments for maybe putting it in tier 1.5. I think it could do some good stuff, but to me it's like it's a little vulnerable to hand traps. Like it doesn't have the one card combos that like Snake Eyes and the other decks higher up on the tier list have. So yeah, I would put this in like high tier 2. I could see it maybe. I could see arguments for being tier 1.
The funny thing is, I think I think he was playing around that time. Actually, was he? I think he might have quit Yu-Gi-Oh! Around the time Salamangreat structure dropped. But he is familiar with Salamangreat.
Used a decent amount, and I would put it in definitely tier 2. It's just a question of where.
Sky Striker?
Major weakness to me that Sky Striker has.
Okay. Never.
Absolutely hates the Tenpai Dragon. Hates it. Like the one thing that like you're hoping on to beat the Tenpai Dragon matchup is.
Hey Surfa, how's it going?
Your Tenpai Dragon opponent uses some sort of hand trap. Maybe it's Ash, let's say, and then you go activate Triple Tactics Thrust, search Dimensional. That's basically your entire plan for that matchup. And if you don't do that, they're just going to OTK you such a large percentage of the time. And even that game plan isn't even a very good game plan because first of all, if the Tenpai Dragon opponent is smart and they know the matchup, they can just not use their hand traps other than like impermanence.
All right, I'll give you a smooch. Mwah. Mwah. All right, welcome.
And sometimes it's like, okay, you dimensional barrier them on their first turn, and they just still kill you on their second turn anyway. So because Tenpai Dragon is the most popular deck, and because the matchup is so miserable, that in my mind is why Sky Striker is tier 2. But like I think all the other matchups are actually okay. Like I'm not saying they're great, but they're fine. Like a lot of the other decks that are higher up on the tier list, this deck can sort of break up its board just because you have so many different board makers. Like you play
new alarm get. Why am I
focused on going second? So yeah, I would put
Sura? I have no idea why it's tier 3. Well, I mean, I don't even know why the win rate's so low. that also bothers me too. I wonder if there's. I feel like uninterrupted is. I don't know. He went hard on it. I think it's influenced by the win rate that he's seeing. He says, in his opinion, that when he faces Rika, he's demolished their board. But maybe he opened Field Spell with Gimmick Puppet. I don't know.
Sky Striker, to me, like I consider it around the same as like Kashtira, Dragon Link, Chimera. It's in that category. I would probably put it above like Dragon Link and Kashtira, but I think it's close. Sprite, I don't know where the hell this 55% win rate came from because I do not think this deck is very good. To me, it's like in a way like it reminds me a lot of Dragon Links actually. You're just sort of going into all of these Link monsters repeatedly, set up some negations, and I think the deck kind of has like a hard time going second.
Field Spell versus Kankanchi.
A lot of Dragon Link in terms of like its strengths and weaknesses. And you know, like some of these other decks that are tier 2 that are trying to make like a big board turn 1. I think the flaw is that like your nutted hand turn 1 isn't always going to win you the game. And then I feel like a lot of times when you're going second, you just hate life. So yeah, I would put this like in lower tier 2. I mean, the deck has been popular for a while. There's different variations on the deck, but it's kind of all doing the same thing. I'm just gonna spam level 2 monsters, make a bunch of links, make a bunch of rank 2 exceeds, and yeah, you typically end on like a few negations. But yeah, often that's not good enough. Stun I would also put in tier 2, but I would probably put like higher tier 2. I think this deck is kind of like underrated. I mean, it depends what kind of setup you have going on. I mean, it really doesn't help that like a lot of the Tenpai Dragon decks are just playing like a Duster, a Heavy Storm, and 2 Lightning Storms. So like your whole plan of, oh, I'm gonna summon a barrier statue and set 5 back rows. Yeah, I mean, it can be awkward. But then there's some decks where it's like, even against something like Good Puppet, where you just go first in the barrier statue and it's like, oh, they just have 0 outs, you just win. And Stun, like, you know, like Chimera can play Super Poly. Typically Stun plays the full 3 Super Polys, which is a really nice board breaker going second. Then if you're going second and like you don't have the Super Poly, then you're going to have a pretty bad time. So yeah, I think this is like solidly in the middle of tier 2. I think I would put it above Sky Striker personally. Yeah, I would put it like in a way it's kind of similar to like Rescue Ace in that Rescue Ace is, hey, I'm gonna summon a guy, set a bunch of back rows. Stun is also saying I'm gonna summon a guy, set a bunch of back rows. They're just going about it in different ways. Soul Sword, I think, even though it's got like a 45% win rate, I would also put in tier 2. I think it's low tier 2, but I would put it in tier 2. I think part of the reason that the win rate is so low is because it's kind of a budget deck, and often what happens with these budget decks is that they attract newer, less experienced players. So the win rate is low not because like the deck is trash, but because, well, for lack of a better way of saying it, the people who play it aren't as good on average as some of the more expensive games. So yeah, it's like this is kind of like in the category of like, hey, it's a deck that wants to go first. You know, it sort of
Face the Tenpai player with Sangan summoning and I distributed there.
Which is why I've kind of ranked it in the same category. You know, it often makes it a Baron Deflare, which is good, but like sometimes not good enough. So yeah, it's like I think this is a deck where it often feels like worse versions of some of the decks above it on the tier list. Like I think if you have the option to play like Math Mech or Soul Sword or Sword Souls, probably Math Mech is better. I think pretty much everyone would agree with that because your combos are a little more resilient and the boards that you end on are slightly better. But yeah, I think this is like bottom of tier 2. Tier 1, pretty popular deck actually. I think it's like tier 1 a lot. I would say it's also tier 2. There's like a lot of different builds, and again, that's like what's kind of hard about like making this tier list. To be totally honest, is that I'm kind of pained with the broad brush. But yeah, I would say tier 1 is above.
Kid name tribute is cost. True.
Yeah, I'll probably put it roughly here. I think this is where tier 1 deserves to go. You know, the fact that you're involved in the graveyard a lot, some sometimes can be awkward. Again, you know, some of the other decks on the tier list, like they do play B-Steals, and you play certain lights and darks, and you don't want to get banished from your Rave, which can be awkward. Personally, I've noticed, like, the reason I think this is tier 2 is, again, like, the boards that you end on going first aren't that insane, in my opinion. Like, okay, you mill yourself a bunch, and, like, you're often doing kind of well in terms of card economy, but you're not, like, setting up, like, 1,000 negations or something going first. So that's why I think it's tier 2. I think it's a fun deck to play, and then, like, a lot of different ways to build it. Maybe there's some secret build that I don't know about, but of the builds that I played against on ladder, I'm pretty confident saying this is, like, tier 2. Trap tricks, yeah,
That's not a lot to go on. There's like, you know, there's like terrorist tier. You have White Force tier.
And sometimes the gameplay works. I think this deck is worse than Stone. I mean, you'll see here the win rate is only 46%. So it's definitely either here or here. I don't know. I'm tempted to say I think this is tier 3. I think it's close. Again, I think you could say, like, well, maybe it's roughly as good as Sword Souls.
I'm surprised Trap Tricks made it. I wonder how many players are representing that statistic.
So I'm pretty comfortable putting this in tier 3. True Draco is another one that I think is tier 3. And yeah, I did build this deck. True Draco is another one of these, like, ultra budget decks. So I built it just to see, like, how good it was. And it's not very good. It's really not. Like, this is one of these decks where the deck has a hard time going second, and a lot of times it has, like, a hard time going first. I feel like True Draco just really takes it from all ends here. So yeah, I think you'll have a very hard time getting to, like, Master 1 with True Draco. I mean, it's possible. And, you know, there are certain matchups where, like, they set up some board where, like, hey, if you have the Draco continuous traps and you distribute them for your Draco monsters, maybe you can dismantle the board, but I feel like most of the time it's not really as Voiceless, I'm putting tier 1. The order, I think, is, like, debatable. I don't know, from my experience, I would say it's probably, like, the second best deck. It's very, very consistent. Has room for, you know, decent amount of hand traps itself to defend itself when it goes second.
True Draco is budget friendly? True.
I don't know, I mean, the win rate is high for a reason. I think this is, like, a very solid deck. I play against it a lot. Most of the time it's beating. So yeah, I think this is a good deck. Probably the second best deck after tier 1. Yubel, I'm putting in tier 1.5. I might even put it, like, here, to be honest, because, like, it's close. And it's interesting because Yubel, like, just got a really good rank 10, and before that rank 10 was released, I probably would have put...
Who told Unc about Valrudras, huh?
But I think with that rank 10, that is, you know, 3,000 attack, negates whatever you want, I think that made the deck, like, a lot better, made its turn 1 board a lot better. I think that plays through hand traps very well, which is definitely an important quality for a deck to have. I mean, I will say with, like, Max C and the Mold Charmies, some people just activate those in standby phase, and then, like, it wouldn't matter if you can make the fusion to stop it because you'll be doing that after.
You even need a lot to dismantle their board.
I think it's close.
Yeah.
Like, is Yubel, like, the best
And then
deck?
it's just, for me, it's like hard to beat them when you've invested like 2 hand traps and they still have like their minimal board. You know, you have 4 cards in hand, you know, and then if they have like, you know, Maxi or like some non-engine, it's kind of rough.
I think this is like pretty balanced, lots of different things in each tier. And again, you know, I know people are going to disagree with my list. I mean, when you're ranking like 26 different decks here, when you're ranking 26 different decks, you're always going to get people that have a different opinion than you. But this is my opinion, and I will discuss with this ban list that's going to go into effect, I believe on February 9th, how I think this is going to change.
How to play Tenpai with Sky Striker engine so the opponents think you play Sky Striker? I'm not sure.
And because of that, like, Branded was already kind of like,
You may have to ask.
with all this stuff, like, just going to 3, I think Branded is yeah, I think Branded and Tenpai will still be up
I think people are on like the 3 engaged. I don't know if you play 3 Hornet drones, but I like how Hornet drones can become Hita if you want to. And then Hita can crash and make Enroku.
So, like, me personally as a gimmick puppet player, I'm not going to be enjoying life.
Rage is pretty unreasonable.
So I think
Damn.
because of the buffs that Brandon was getting, I think gimmick puppet is going to go, like, sort of back here towards the bottom of tier 1.5.
Yeah, that
I
card's
know Heroes
pretty.
also got a buff. They, like, put that Destiny Hero guy at 3. I haven't really seen Heroes much at all in, you know, Master rank play, which is why I didn't put it on the tier list. Maybe, you know, you think I should have made room for it on the tier list. But yeah, it's possible that that will, you know, make Heroes more popular.
Hornet drone is full Tenpai combo. Let's go.
Master Duel, it seems like when they sort of buff these tier 3 decks, like, it's usually not enough. Like, the last time they
Let's go.
And, you know, like I said, with Branded, I think becoming more popular, playing like a bunch of Destiny heroes that are all dark is probably not where you want to be. So, yeah, I think what we'll see is, like, Snake Eye's still going to be up here because you don't really care about all the beast deals. You have a reasonable matchup against these other decks. I still think the tier 1 will be the same, to be honest. I can't see any other deck, like, in tier 2 moving up to tier 1, but who knows? I could be totally wrong. Let me know if this was helpful. You know, I hope for the people that are kind of newer to Master Duel or thinking, like, oh, which deck should I pick up? I hope this gives you, like, a rough idea of which decks are winning more than other decks. Thanks for watching, guys.
You can't go into second challenge.
Oh, fuck. No, not the... I didn't even get a chance, bro, to, like... Overall, it's alright, you know. I just find it interesting that, you know, Alan is, like, a returning player to, you know, to standard format. You watched this? Yeah, I watched it, but I did not, like, pay attention at all. So, technically, it's not pre-watched. But, Jesse, he's the other Jesse goat, Jesse Perez. I'll take. I'm not too interested in this yet. He makes some interesting videos. At least they're worth talking about. I would say. I'm kind of curious because he doesn't have that many comments. Would say that Rika is just kind of hard to play consistent. It has the tools, has a crazy board. especially with Cactus Bouncer, Rose Whip. You can break boards with tributes, but to play this deck consistently good and play the right combo at the right time is really hard compared to other meta decks. Yeah, I wonder how much is contributing to that. Sky Striker had 3 problems. First one is Senpai. Matchup is miserable unless you tune your deck specifically against him, which is going to gimp your deck against any other deck. That's fair. Thanks to no side deck. Senpai just benefit most by the fact that you choose to go second, not having side deck. Second problem, Bestial meta. Oh my god. Sky Striker is fine against Branded. It's pretty miserable. And Floodgates. Really? Floodgates? You play into Floodgates with max C time at the same time a lot? That's fair. That's fair. Tier limit can roll back security into Mayakashi. What? I've never ran into this. Okay, this is true. The Spellcaster Village is really screwed up. Sky Striker is pretty good against Yubel and Branded. It's skilled matchup. Alright. I mean, this guy seems to have experience, you know? I'm not going to doubt what he's saying too much. The 60 card pile, but that's rare. Yeah. Math. Josh playing Sky Striker or something else. I gotta watch that VOD. I didn't watch. I agree with this most part. Yubel is almost a free matchup. Alright. Nice. He did play Sky Striker at the beginning. I think he just mainly focused on Gimmick Puppet after. Enjoy the video. Always seeing new faces in Master Duel. Gave a sub. The way you spell Labyrinth is funny. Yeah, he does say Labyrinth. He does say Labyrinth. Josh recreated the London incident twice. Really? Triple engage? That's sick. Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, I agree with a lot of what he's kind of saying. But, you know, they're kind of broad strokes in the first place. They're not too disagreeable. There's some weird stuff like dogging on Rika, which is kind of just... Labyrinth. Yeah, Labyrinth. Labyrinth. Oh my god. Okay, I agree on a lot of stuff. Introduction. Branded definitely a tier 1 in right hand. And yet to feel master. Okay, I mean that's... Che Braun, let's go. By the way, that's not Che. That's Yoon Jin, I think. I would put Chimera as 1.5 just so you can counter Senpai they have on leg anti-spell fragrance. Yubel I would put to 1, has Mageblin Con going second. Okay. I've defeated something I felt offensive. But here's something I felt offensive. Oh no, a pet decker. A pet decker, he's offended. But this is like the exact type of like person I'm not really like jazzed about talking about like tier lists. Felt offensive. I've been playing Salah for the whole week. Deck is absolutely insane. Every fucking time, bro. I've just picked up this deck. It's broken. I defeated multiple voices going second. Turn 1 board can be up to. Yes, it's not Snake Eyes, but it should be higher because run amount and deck is consistent. Actually, this is true. Searching Ash and recycling is probably big. I don't think he means much, but yeah, at the end of the day, it's just my opinion. Thanks for the sub. You should have got an AI to write this reply. Oh my god. But yeah, like, you only been playing for December 2024 and you're already Master 1. That's insane. Do you have TCG experience? He does. This guy, he does have TCG experience. Honestly, I really enjoyed reading his posts or just having him talk about the game in like 2014. Probably before that too. I was one of the top Yu-Gi-Oh players many years ago, so around 2012. Yeah, dude, he was pretty good. I respect him a lot. Where's Infernoble Knights? Yeah, actually, I'm kind of curious where you would playing for 1 month in GG. Trust me, bro. It's just like maybe you have something to share, you know. But it's just like when you start off with I played for a week and this shit is insane. That's like it's so hard to like distinguish like what you're trying to like. I don't know. It's just hard. 2012 bro was tribute summoning, man. I'm a pet decker. Bro was tributing something? Dude, he's been playing longer than 2012. He's probably been playing as long as Jesse. He just took a break around when Salaman Great dropped or Cuss. I think he was around during that format. But I think he just started switching to GOAT format. Or he was playing both at the same time. But he did top YCS. He did top a YCS with Monarchs when they were really cheap in the structure deck. So yeah, he do be tribute something. God. Yeah, no. But you know, let me shout out the channel. This is Matt. I'm already subscribed. I already liked the video. Yeah, if you want to look more into him, his name Goat is so ass. This is definitely support him. Alan C. Pennington is like, oh shit. Alan C. Pennington is cool. And I don't know, like I take after him. Like the way I like, even the way like I talk about the game. One of the things Alan tries not to do is use buzzwords. Like one of his takes is like he doesn't think consistency means anything when people use it in Yu-Gi-Oh discourse. Like people use consistency as a buzzword to mean whatever they want. I kind of feel that way too. So I try to avoid saying stuff like consistency. When you're trying to, you know, when you're saying consistency, you say like, oh, this deck can do its thing every time. That's kind of like the vibe I get when people talk about it. But at the same time, when you're like justifying cards, like it gets more muddled. Like, oh, I added 3 Maxi, 3 Mulcharmy. It's inconsistent. I'm like, what? That's when I start getting like confused about what you mean by consistency. Because it's like, but anyway, when I talk, I try to avoid using buzzwords a lot. Like, because I feel like just explaining. I feel like buzzwords just start begging the question. And then I have to ask, what do you mean by this? And then when they finally explain what they mean by this, it's like, oh, okay, now I understand. Like, I have to take an extra step to figure out what they're saying. But yeah, Alan C. Pennington, he's got like a little Mr. Clean setup right now. I like the bit. We'll skip Jesse Perez. All right, we'll remove you. All right, Yu-Gi-Oh! Fiendsmith engine overview and combo. All right. I'm not gonna put this at 2x speed because, so I've said before, I don't know Fiendsmith very well. It's a huge gap in my knowledge for TCG. The untapped player rank filter is pro only. That sucks so much. They are overhauling trading. So someone just DM'd me. Maybe. I think it's a fluff post for some. Are they doing more than what they announced? Do you ever have the feeling of let's switch this card for another and the next will be like, I need that one now? No, I actually completely try not to. That feeling, I understand that feeling, but doing that is like, I feel like Magic player rates the most broken Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Holy shit, this is long as fuck. Dina's probably just gonna distribute more tokens. This system won't get changed. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, someone just DM'd me. But like, I feel like that shit was, you know, their little like was like a fluff piece, you know. Here I'm talking about TCG Pockets trading, by the way. But no, I don't really like going into that. Like, it's important to know, but I'm not gonna be like, you know, if you put Duster and you don't use Duster and you take out Duster, I'm not gonna be like, oh shit, I need a Duster, because like you still have to pay attention to if you would have drawn it in the first place, you know. Yeah, you'll run into that matchup, but if you're only playing like one Duster, who's to say you're even gonna draw it into that specific matchup where you do need it, you know, like the back row matchup. Like, that's not even a guarantee either. All right, this is I actually didn't pre-watch this. I just kind of skipped ahead. I'll check this out in a bit, so we'll put that on the queue though. What the fuck? What happened? I'm scared. I'm scared. Where's my playlist? He's just rating tier. No, that seems fun. I just at least want to touch on Fiendsmith before I Hold on. Okay, I think I understand. I think what? Oh, it's right here. Okay. New Jesse DM tier 1 deck. Oh yeah, I could probably take a look at that. If you link it, I could add that to the so like I said, now just switching gears to Fiendsmith. I don't know what to expect. I know the basic combo. I heard Tract is the one you want to start with. And Engraver is still combo, but not ideal. But these are just things I hear people say, but I don't understand that at all. I imagine it's because you want to hold the Engraver search. Engraver's better than Tract. Who the fuck was yapping then? There was a guy. If Engraver's better than Tract, someone was telling me that. I took their word for it because they're a decent player. They're actually like a decent player. But like, oh my god, were they really yapping? Holy shit. Okay, see, this is why I need to do more research. You know, I'm just taking the word. To be fair, I'm just taking your words for it too. For Engraver only searches Tract for the most part. Engraver doesn't play around roll. I guess, yeah. That's true. Yeah, that doesn't make it strictly worse. That's fair. That's fair. Oh my god. See, okay. For what it's worth, I'm taking your guys' word, but this is why I'm in a vulnerable position. You know, we need to understand. This is also weird too because OCG has different restrictions on Fiendsmith. TCG introduced Aerial Eater and Necroquip, and I kind of understand how they fit within the combo, but it's definitely different. Plus, we got Beatrice banned early, so no more of that fucking Angel of Blue Tears bullshit. Engraver's better because it puts another Light Fiend engrave when you fuse with Sequentia. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. So I imagine you don't want to shuffle. Okay, it makes sense, but all right. I'll click on that Superfell. Oh shit. Teams down. All right. We'll put that in the queue. Okay, so we'll just take a look at this. It's brief, for my monkey brain.
This video is sponsored by JNC Collectibles website at JNCcollectibles.
All right, you can have your ad. You can have your ad, bro. I always understood that Fiendsmith was only good because it has a burn card and Toxicity Titanford made a tier 0 strat.
This is Jib here with Team JNC, and today we're going to be looking at the Fiendsmith archetype.
Yo, Jib.
The most anticipated archetype coming out of the Infinite Forbidden set for the NAWCQ, and today we're going to be looking at why this archetype is so feared and anticipated, and why people think that this archetype potentially has the power level to ruin current Yu-Gi-Oh! So obviously we're going to start off with the main man himself, the Fiendsmith. It's a level
Oh
6
shit,
monster
the
with
Fiendsmith.
2400
Giga Chad.
and it reads, you can discard this card to add one Fiendsmith spell or trap from your deck to your hand. You can target one Fiendsmith equipped card you control and one monster on the field, send them to the graveyard. If this card is in your graveyard, you can shuffle one other light fiend monster from your graveyard.
Sequence is
and
worse than
effect,
Sequentia.
special summon this card. You can only use each effect of the Fiendsmith.
They're like about the same, I'm not gonna lie. Unless you really...
In the hand, it searches.
That's like...
Removal, and it has the ability.
The Fiendsmith versus Fiendsmith Engraver, I feel like is more of a comparison. Like I could see someone preferring one over the other. Like the Greensmith, okay, yeah, it doesn't matter anymore. The Greensmith is. I'll let him talk.
To summon itself back from the graveyard. So all around a very solid card. Solid. The level is also good, being a level 6.
Oh, that's true. It's Demon Smith.
Later. So let's.
All right, so the Demon Smith is already cooler. So yeah, I guess.
I'm gonna start off by discarding the Fiendsmith in order to add a card called Fiendsmith Tractus. Let's read this card. It says.
I actually don't like Tractus. I actually don't like. If we're gonna get split hairs over like the previous naming, I don't like saying Tractus. Fiendsmith Tract rolls over the tongue a lot better for my ESL tongue. I like the usage of Latin is cool. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Deck to your hand and discard one card. You can banish this card from your graveyard, fusion summon one Fiendsmith fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand and field as material. You can only use each effect of Fiendsmith Tractus once per turn. Okay, so next we're going to activate our Tractus in order to add an old school card that has been...
Fable Lurie? Do you think we're going to get the Blicky Lurie? The alt art? Alright, we'll add the Greensmith. Okay. We'll add the fucking Greensmith. Why the fuck is he Green Chandra, bro? Okay. As it's actually pretty standard. This is like stuff I'm okay with.
We're seeing a lot of play in the future.
You are.
This card
Let's go.
Discarded special summon. So we're gonna add our Lurry and discard it, triggering Lurry's effect in order to summon itself back to the field.
Why is Greensmith the thing? I think it's just a meme. You know how memes start, right? Like, there's not really like, the joke is that they get spammed. You know how like Hawk Tuah is a thing? I think the joke is they get spammed, and eventually people start questioning it, and then now you're outside of the joke, and now it's funny if you aren't part of that. Altart, no, my tech need another UR. That would suck. Oh my god. Okay. Luckily, I'm pausing, but he hasn't done anything too crazy. Literally, level 6 monster, discard, search a spell, adds Fabled Lori, Unk card by the way, then discards it. And you know what? I think Fiendsmith having access to Tract, because Tract discards any card. You don't have to discard the Fabled Lori. I think that's really good. In general, there's not really a lot of utility engines that let you pitch cards for free like that. So like this could end on no board. Honestly, I really like the fact that Tract lets you do that. That's actually really flexible. It's not a huge thing, but I don't know. I feel like this game doesn't let you pitch things for free a lot. Like, okay, there's Barricade Borg, but who the fuck is making that?
One monster, so we're back with new Link 1 monsters doing powerful things called Fiendsmith Requiem. It takes one light fiend monster.
Yeah,
You can only special summon
Nightmare,
one
fair,
Fiendsmith
Nightmare.
If it's during the main phase quick effect, you can tribute this card to special summon one Fiendsmith monster from your hand or deck.
Mermaid. Okay, we do have Mermaid. But before they were banned, okay? They were banned before. And the other ones that were legal required your opponent to have a card. I had someone, so actually I'll let him. I'll let him talk.
Your hand with the Requiem once per turn. If it's during the main phase quick effect, you can tribute this card to special summon one Fiendsmith monster from your hand or deck. It says you can target one non-Link light fiend monster you control, equip this card from your field or graveyard to it. That monster gains 600 attack. You can only use each effect once per turn. So we're gonna use our Requiem's effect in order to tribute.
Dude, someone tried activating this in battle phase. I'm like, fuck off. Like in TCG. I'm like, no, don't. Yeah, it's main phase only. That'll come up. I do like these quick effects balanced by main phase. It makes, you know, entering BP a thing. This combos without main deck Lacrima, which changes a lot. Oh, that's true. We're gonna get Lacrima. All right. I mean, we gotta start somewhere, okay? But main deck Lacrima is, yeah, true. Good point though.
Itself in order to summon another copy of the Fiendsmith from our deck. Next, we're going to use the graveyard effect of the first Fiendsmith, shuffling our Lurry back into the deck to summon it. So now from this point, we have a couple of options. One thing that people are opting to do is just to overlay the two Fiendsmiths into a DDD Wave High King Caesar. So this card is really good. It takes two Fiend-type monsters and it reads when a spell, trap, or monster effect is activated that includes the effect to special summon a monster. Detach the Exceeds material to negate the activation if you do destroy the card. Then make one other DD monster you control gain 1800 attack. That effect is irrelevant. And then when it says the graveyard, it searches a dark contract. But the main point of this card is its ability to negate cards like Nibiru, the Primal Being in hand. So decks that have an issue with Nibiru can splash the Fiendsmith engine as a one-card answer to Nibiru. But that's just one of the possibilities. Another thing you can do with the Fiendsmith engine is also summon a card called Fiendsmith Sanguida, and this card takes
okay. I'm sorry. I'm ESL, okay? I shouldn't be laughing. But we've had some interesting pronunciations. Lacrima puts another light fiend in name in rotation and gives you a way to get Engraver to grave so you have a second body. Ah. To make sequence. Maybe we will get full Fiendsmith to actually play the Fiendsmith Bondsmother, not making a cake, call it a day. Honestly, I'm not... Okay, the Caesar stuff is annoying, but you still need engine to push, right? You can pass on Caesar, but like that's not impressive to me. That's literally just adventure engine. And obviously insulating yourself from hand traps is still, like, Nibiru is still a big deal. But like, I don't know, I'm not impressed by like you using Engraver, make a rank 6. Because if you have no other plays, you're just passing on that. That, to be fair, Caesar is pretty strong. But like, I think Fiendsmith is more interesting to me, or like more diabolical, when you're like using it to bridge into your engine, you know, because you're actually threatening a lot then, you know, you have a reason to stop it. like I don't know. I just think of like this is not. I'm making up this scenario completely, but like I don't know. You make Caesar, they normal summon Lotus, and you imperm Lotus, and they're like, oh okay, explode. I made up this scenario completely. I'm pretty sure you can push through that because it's you don't even go for that in Ubel. But I just made that scenario up, okay, just to illustrate like it's just Adventure Engine in that one scenario. But if it can do more than that, then yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'll shit my pants. But obviously Lacrima probably changes things. I hope we get Aerial Eater. Who else Lacrimaxing right now? Oh my god, welcome Cyanthrope. We're not Lacrimaxing right now because we're watching a TCG video of Fiendsmith before Lacrima. So we're not Lacrimaxing yet. I hope we get Aerial Eater. I want Fiendsmith's Rex Tremende to be playable. Oh shit. What do you even do with that? Don't you just dump that card? Rex Tremende?
Including a Light Fiend monster, and Breeze during the main phase, you can fusion summon one Light Fiend monster from your extra deck by shuffling its material from the graveyard into the deck. Then it says you can target one non-link Light Fiend monster you control, equip this card from the field or graveyard to that monster's equip spell, and it gives it the effect. Your opponent cannot target the equip monster.
Yo, I didn't notice. Is that Despair from the Dark? That's cool. I like how this guy gets referenced a lot. It's unplayable without the fusion Lacrima. Fuck.
So we're gonna use Sanguida's
Okay, that's the other thing. TCG got Lacrima banned early, so I don't even know. I don't even have like experience with like Lacrima comboing because I'm pretty sure he's an extender too when you summon him on field. All right, I'll let him talk.
One of our Fiendsmiths to summon the level 6 fusion monster, Fiendsmith's Lacrimosa. It takes 2 Light Fiend monsters.
Yeah, this shit is banned in TCG, so like, okay, at least we get to see this. See, there's some value in seeing this at least for me, at least.
It says monsters your opponent control lose 600 attack. You can only use each of the following effects of this card once per turn. And when this card is fusion summoned, you target one Light Fiend monster in your graveyard or banishment. You either add it to your hand or special summon it to your field. So we're going to target our Fiendsmith in the graveyard and summon it back. And then we can use all of them in order to make a copy of Appaloosa Bowl of the Goddess for 3 material. So
This is banned too. Well, I guess it's not in TCG.
It can either turn into a DD rank 6 or it can turn into an Appaloosa Bowl of the Goddess. There's also another card called Fiendsmith DS Aris, which what that card basically does is while it's equipped with a Link monster, once per turn,
He gets Engraver to hand or revive it. Ooh. That makes a lot of sense. Getting it to hand makes a lot of sense. That's why it has that effect. Holy shit, okay.
So that's like another option you can go for, but for the main purpose of this comment, we're showing that the one copy of Fiendsmith either get turned into a rank 6 monster or a link 4 monster. And the best of which being usually Wave King or Appaloosa in order to stop cards like Nibiru the Primal Being is main reason why this engine is so splashing.
Yeah, I'm not impressed by this. This is literally just Adventure Engines. Like the sequence he's doing right now, I'm like, okay, bro. This is just trading. Okay, Appaloosa obviously trades with more hand traps, but this is just normal summon Casteria Unicorn activate burst. I'm not gonna lie. To hand only comes up if you want track grave effect, or if you need tracks fusion summons in grave, right? Is if I'm remembering correctly, or you need another Light Fiend rotation. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
So for our next replay, we're gonna show the power of the Fiendsmith when it comes to specific decks in the meta. So again, like before, we're gonna start off with this Fiendsmith.
Yeah, here we go.
Add a copy of Tractus. We're gonna use Tractus to add in dump Lurry. Lurry is gonna summon itself and go into our Requiem. Then we're gonna use Requiem's effect in order to float into another copy of the Fiendsmith. Next, we're gonna activate our Fiendsmith in the graveyard to put back our Lurry in order to summon itself, and then we're gonna link both away into Sanguida. Next, we're going to use Sanguida's effect in order to fusion summon into our Lacrimosa by shuffling back Fiendsmith plus the Requiem. We're going to use Lacrimosa's effect in order to bring back the Fiendsmith. Now, before we showed Appaloosa or Wave King.
Finally, my rogue deck is playable. Let's go!
Beatrice, the Eternal Lady.
Me when I activate Maxi.
We're using it to dump engine. So for this one, we're going to use Beatrice, detach with Fiendsmith or Lacrimosa, it doesn't matter, in order to dump a copy of Snake Eye Ash. So this is where it kind of gets nasty. Now we can link away our Beatrice and our Sanguida into our Princess, and Princess bring back our Snake Eye Ash, and then begin our Snake Eye combo. But that's just it for the Snake Eye deck. What other decks are doing is, say for instance you're playing a Ubel deck, you can use the Beatrice in order to dump a card like Samsara D Lotus, and then go into a copy of Muckraker, discarding a card in order to bring back Samsara D Lotus and begin your Ubel plays. So this was just an example of 2 different decks that can abuse the power of Beatrice in order to dump engine cards with specific link monsters that were born different types or different attributes in order to get their play started. And those, in my opinion, are going to be a big part of the upcoming meta and a big part of why this engine is going to be so splashable. So the last thing I want to show you guys is what happens if you don't open the Fiendsmith. Is this just one of those engines that like if you draw it, it's good, if you don't, you don't? Well, Yes and no. So at the time of recording this video, we've just gotten reveals from the Legendary Collection, and we didn't get a particular card, but that card still can be an Infinite Forbidden. We don't know yet. But say for instance, with the release of that card, if you open up any monster that puts 2 bodies on the board, so for this I'm just showing that I'm using lefty righty grabber because that's the first card I can think of. That one card is something.
Beatrice banned in TCG and OCG. Yes, it's finally OCG finally got around to it. We banned that. Actually, I don't know. I feel like we banned it. TCG banned it pretty early, but to be fair, it was in OCG rotation earlier, so I feel like we got to see a lot more, games played. I don't know how to describe it. It came out in OCG first, so even though in TCG it came a little, Beatrice was insta-banned after Fiendsmith released. Yeah. Basically, yeah.
We can make a card called Moon of the Closed World, and this card takes 2 effect monsters, and it is a light fiend monster. The effect is really irrelevant on this card. It could come up if you play Underworld Goddess, but for the most part, this effect is completely irrelevant. But the important part of Moon of the Closed Goddess is that it's a light fiend, which means that it can be used in order to summon.
Dude, I have a feeling people are gonna waste interruptions on the effect. I have a feeling on Master Duel, people are gonna be like, "What the fuck, Goddess?" I feel like people are gonna use interruption on the on the closed moon. A few years later, they will make Dragonsmith, and then the new rank 7 Dragon Ruler got banned. I like that. Fiendsmith, level 7 Fiendsmith.
Obviously gets a copy of the Fiendsmith from the deck. So obviously this is a little bit weaker because we don't just have immediate access to our link 2. However, if you have any other extender, then you can get a Lacrimosa and then get your play started, and it's a little bit more powerful than if you just start with the Fiendsmith, if you do have the extender, because you can extend your plays even further because you don't have to use the Fiendsmith's graveyard effect in order to get playing. So yeah, that's just a quick introduction to the Fiendsmith archetype. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're definitely going to have more videos about more Infinite Forbidden stuff up on the channel, and yeah, that's all I really have to say. JNC Jib signing out. Have a great day.
All right, thank you, Jib. I guess I'll link this too. Let me share that. Here. I don't know how helpful this one is because it's pretty outdated. It does not take in consideration Lacrima. It does not take in consideration Aerial Eater or Necroquip. But I don't even know. Trying to build Yubel features with MD and the extra is bursting from the seams already. Yeah, good. Excellent. Excellent. At least Summon Sword gets completely superseded, right? There's no reason to play it. I can't fit in Caesar? Holy shit. Alright, I think so. That was Beatsmith introduction. Alright. Do we watch Magic Player rates the most broken Yu-Gi-Oh deck? Okay, I'm gonna have to put this at 2x speed. I'm gonna try not to pause this too much. I'll probably be talking over Andy. Okay, we'll try it. I look at OCG and they cut Desiree for Caesar. Oh, wow. Wow. That actually, like... Trust, I'm not going to turn that funny live twin deck into a floodgate with Fiendsmith. Like, which floodgate? Like, Nightmare Gryphon? But that's true. You're talking about the new live twin support, right? Dude, this is a good face. This is a good frame there. Gryphon anti-spell? Oh, nar.
Oh boy. Let's say this is going to be the equivalent of your midterm exam, because boy, have I got a video for you today. Tell me, CGB, what do you know about how powerful a trading card can be? What do you know about how powerful these cards combine that a deck is capable of doing?
This seems like a trick question. I'll have you know, I have a #1 Mythic Ladder MTG Arena player. Nobody should know more about this than me.
Well, we'll keep that in mind. We'll keep that in mind, Mythic player. I don't think that's going to matter in the slightest when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh! Today.
I don't know. How high is that? Is that like a...
Undoubtedly the strongest Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck ever produced throughout the 25 years of this game's history. So much so that this deck had to go through multiple iterations of bannings and limitations, and it was still the best deck even after these multiple waves of hits. So, typically when we do these, you're obviously trying to guess if things are banned, restricted, all that nonsense. We're still going to be doing that. But let me tell you, buddy, basically every card on here was going to be nearly hit in some capacity. That is how insanely powerful this deck was. So, I think, for fun, we're actually going to switch it up a bit. You're going to try to figure out, your main objective is to try to figure out which cards were not hits.
Oh, sorry. Let me put on captions. My bad.
How's that sound for fun? We're switching it up on you.
Not banned? A deck that was so
Banned or restricted.
banned or restricted. Was so banned or restricted that the important part is what was not. Okay, I'm already pumped. One deck. Let's go. Dude, the context is going to like unveil itself. This is gonna be beautiful.
I'll start off easy. Here's the
Okay,
first
damn. Am I done? Did I do it right? Okay. Next, yep, Terralement's Merly? A dark 2, level 2 monster with 800 attack and 2000 defense. Dude, she's thick. She's so thick. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't even tell from the art.
Dude, that's what
Somebody.
TCG players were saying, bruh. He's gonna fit right in.
Sent to the graveyard by card effect, except during the damage step. If this card is sent to the graveyard by card effect, except during the damage
Oh,
step,
Sag.
summon one fusion monster from your extra deck by placing fusion materials mentioned on it from your hand, field, and/or graveyard, including this card from your graveyard. On the bottom of the deck, in any order, you can use each effect of this card once per turn. The hell? Okay. Nice and easy. This comes out 3 cards from deck to graveyard. Mills 3. We got a little card called Stitcher Supplier that did not have 2000 freaking defense. I'm going out on a limb already.
Really give user in Master Duel we can be trusted?
That's the only reason.
Somehow, when you say that phrase, I'm not sure if I can trust you.
Now, if you fusion summon something before, could you usually use materials from the graveyard?
So there are fusion cards that say, hypothetically, exile the materials for the fusion monster from your graveyard, and then you get to summon the fusion monster. So it is not uncommon that there are ways to use fusion materials.
So that isn't particularly.
I will note, not particularly. I will say what makes this special is that if you recall with fusion summoning, you usually had a spell card that would initiate the summoning. This is essentially built into the monster itself. So all you would need is this effect to activate, and it counts as one of the materials as well as being the mechanism to summon the fusion monster to the field. So you're getting a bit of like bypass in the requirements.
Okay, so this fits usually half the requirement, and then you only need one
Yes,
piece. And it mills 3 cards. To give you
All
the
right,
other thing.
he's picking up.
So
I can be trusted with LP. True.
Sure, I was
You know what? You can have Merly too.
like that's what they call it when you use something to like make a fire go extra burr. Okay, so, and we're starting from a perspective of did this get banned or restricted, or did it not get banned or restricted is what we're really looking for. So right away, I'm confident you're showing me like the building blocks that are only going to slowly reveal greater degeneracy as we go.
Okay.
And
Would I do that?
Yes.
Okay.
And looking at these cards, this card immediately, it's like, yeah, there's a lot of like kind of little warning bells here. And when you're trying to figure out, did this need to get restricted? It's like they probably at some point looked at this card, and I'm guessing a number, not just a fusion monster that was problematic because they just banned that monster. But if this deck was the best deck ever, it needs redundancy in certain categories. It needs something like
He's not gonna pick up on like the level synergies or like any attack value. Wait, what the fuck? This is. Hold on. This has 800 attack. You can revive this off Black Garden, right? Yeah, so like these small nuances, you know, like Dark, level 2, 800 attack. He's not gonna pick up on those. So I'm gonna lower my expectation. But also Sprint didn't release until later. That's fair. But I don't know. I feel like fucking SEMA will bring up Master Duel. This is banned in Master Duel. Can you believe it? And Covert Blue will go, no way! This little... she thick or something. I don't know. Some engagement bait. But the point is, like... I'm 90% sure SEMA's going to bring up that the fact that this thing could get it banned in Master Duel. Which, you know, has its own set of rules. You know, Alpha's legal. Okay. I'll let him talk.
Reduce the speed of the deck, which makes people feel more fair. Even though reducing the speed doesn't always fix the deck, it does make it feel more fair. It's a band-aid over the biggest problem right away. So I think this is a card that actually would be served to be restricted because when you have it, you still have to have the other pieces. And when you have it less often, people are less frustrated by it. But I guess there are other things I'm not taking into account, like, you know, how easy it is to tutor it up, or if having one is really all that you need. I don't have a context for that. But just looking at it, it's like, I'm sure at some point, if we're looking at the best deck ever, they either had to get rid of all of the busted fusion monsters that work with this, or they had to limit this in some way. This card on its own is, like, just fine. It's really the context about what the fusion monster enables. But if there's something that I like about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that they know where the bread is buttered, and they always print more crazier monsters. Like
And I will show you. You will see the fusion monsters in due time.
Oh my god. I bet. I mean, you might be starting me off with a piece that maybe they just kept on shooting down the monsters. We'll see. I'm gonna learn something either way. I'm gonna guess that this. I really think that restricted might be the right answer for this, but it could be banned too. I'm gonna go with restricted though. I've got a vibe that restricting this might help the situation, and it was all about band-aids until they just cut the whole thing off, right? So they realized the arm was diseased and chopped off the whole thing.
Ah, dude, he caught on to that pretty quick.
It is still restricted, also, as a matter of fact. I can't really give you the full context.
What did I tell you, bro?
Stuff you're going to see, but just know, just keep everything you've been sort of talking yourself through in mind as you get to the next card here, because you're going to slowly start to put the pieces together very quickly as you start to go through the next card. Speaking of which,
Oh,
do
man.
they all have this freaking word?
Caught.
tear lament. So think like tear, like crying, and then lament.
Okay, tear lament. Sad waifus.
Oh my
So this was like the
god.
emo waifu deck, and everybody played
I know,
it was the
I
greatest
know.
thing ever. Oh my god. I'd be so angry.
For context, I haven't really shown you, I guess, like a whole archetype of cards before. So
Okay, dude, this card, standalone, when I saw this was revealed, we didn't even have extenders that special summon from hand. Like, we did, but like Sharon just let you summon herself for free, and all you had to do was pitch a monster. Like, the Mill 3 was also not like a thing too. So like, when I read this, I was like, Lightsworn don't even have this type of card. And like, this is actually kind of like, it's literally normal summon Raiden, Mill 2, and then if you don't have like, you actually had to have like another extender to. So like, this card was already crazy off the bat. Like you didn't even need the fusion effect. Like, this was like generic, and it's level 4 too. So I'm like, I mean, I don't expect Covert Blue to pick up on that because that's just Also, it's just kind of something that like, you know, I thought about when it was revealed. But this card is crazy. Don't this card's crazy. 1800 attack too, bruh.
Have colors that sort of divide different, there's, black is known for removal and, death and decay and stuff, and then blue is known for, like certain things, right? In Yu-Gi-Oh, well, yes, our cards have attributes such as dark, fire, earth, etc. Our cards are more divided by what we call archetypes. And so in this case, this is the Tearlament archetype. So all of the cards in the Tearlament archetype are going to have the word Tearlament in the name because the name is actually a part of the active game mechanics for how the game works. So that's,
You gotta put it right on the nose that you're supposed to play these cards together.
it's not necessarily that. For instance, we did a video recently where I was telling you how the tutors in your game are stronger than in ours, and the reason for that is a lot of tutors in our game will say do something with another card in the archetype or add a card of the archetype to your hand. So while yes, they're meant to go together, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to play them together. But it's also a way to divide the power between just playing all the good best cards that exist in the game, which is a problem when Yu-Gi-Oh first started out. Everyone just plays all good stuff, and then so they started to.
Dude, imagine if circular wasn't like was.
Here we are. This would be blue black for sure. I've only seen one card in the art for a second one.
I feel like.
Considering it's a dark aqua, I think blue.
All right, I'm not gonna talk about circular. Never mind. Forget I said anything.
Level 4. 1800 attack, 1300 defense. Aqua effect. During your main phase, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, send one monster from your hand to the graveyard. Then send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. If this card is sent to the graveyard by card effect, except during damage step, you can fusion summon a fusion monster from the extra deck by placing materials mentioned on it from field, hand, graveyard, including this card from the graveyard on the bottom of the deck in any order. Then you can use the effect of this once per turn. Okay, we're doing it again. This is level 4, right? You don't have to tribute summon to play this. Correct. So you special summon this card just by discarding some big monster that you probably want in the graveyard anyway. I don't know. You can still tribute summon with this. You mill 3, and what happens? It says if this card is sent to the graveyard by card effect, does that mean if you mill one of these? Correct. And does that apply to the last one too? Correct. Oh shit. What? Yu-Gi-Oh's great, isn't it? I showed you 2 cards and you already see where this is going. Oh, it's over. To be fair, a lot of people felt that way. It's over. I don't know. Who cares what the monster is? It could be a big colossal dreadmaw from Magic the Gathering, which is just a generic like 6/6 trample. Dude, it would be busted. All right. The difference on this one, it attacks better. It's kind of a higher powered thing, but it's still very castable. Let me read the other one. I mean, this one, the Tearlaments, the other one, it can be normal if it's normal or special summoned, but it didn't have like this kind of like you can special summon it by discarding.
Milling is a red flag, yeah.
Discard one of your fusion-y things, and you dig for your fusion-y monster, and when you hit it,
I don't know what the context of milling in MTG is.
Oh no, what they do to this? Okay, if they restricted the last one, did this one have to get banned? I guess the thing about this that enables even harder is putting the thing in the graveyard right away. If there's like you've shown me some of the old school reanimation jutsus, and it's a second hand and all that stuff. Okay, but I don't know, man. I bet this
The Edo Tensei. That's such a funny way to describe Yu-Gi-Oh.
I would say that is accurate. Yeah,
Hogak Summoner.
This is a freaking bomb. Oh my god. Yu-Gi-Oh 2 is great, isn't it? Yu-Gi-Oh 2 is amazing. This is stupid. I would quit this game in like two matches. Give me like 2 hours and I'm out. But it looks cool. Like it's passing the vibes test of just like, yeah, we do busted amazing things here. Our deck building abilities. The thing that is missing is like how much better this is. I'm guessing they restricted this at first too, but I'm thinking with this one they may have come around and banned it because not only is it like giving you those resources, it's also just enabling like some stupidity. I guess I don't know how common it is to be able to just send something straight to the graveyard.
You want some context?
Maybe a little.
There is a spell card in Yu-Gi-Oh that all it says is send 1 monster from your deck to the graveyard, and that is a normal spell card, and that is limited to 1.
Yeah.
And you can play 3 of this.
You have to be able to look through like your deck to get it. Like this has to have it in hand or in the top. You just hit it in the top 3. But still, yeah, dude, I don't know, man. Restricted for sure. This is not stay legal at 3.
I love how you're saying this without even like knowing what the like payoff is for
I don't
anything.
have to. I just picture myself already walking away from the table. It doesn't matter. Restricted at first and then later banned. That's my prediction.
Very close. Shiren is also limited to 1 card. Again, I can't give away too much because there's a lot we have to cover. But you're pretty close. You're pretty close, all things considered. But yeah, so for context, the first 2 cards I've shown you are already restricted for this archetype. So just keep that in mind as we keep going.
Great. And you know what they should be? Because Jesus Christ, what are they doing?
How about we go for number 3?
Oh my god, yeah. I know what they're thinking. These are some of the most magical emo girls I've ever seen, and I bet the foils are worth the dollars.
I will say,
oh my god,
that probably helped this archetype become what it was. I will say.
You think? Why would you play something else? It's good, and you get to look at these cards everywhere you go. All right, I'm not even saying it. Tier laments. Halveness.
There you go. You got the last names right. You're doing fine with those.
Level 3, 1600, 1000.
He caught us. That's true. Dude, people love the mermaids.
If you do, send the top of your deck to your. Okay.
People love the mermaids.
If this card is sent to the graveyard by card effect except during damage step, you can fusion summon.
God.
It's doing this shit. You can fusion summon a monster from your extra deck by placing materials on hand graveyard, including this card on the bottom of the deck in any order. You can use the effect. Why are they still doing this? And this one, whenever your opponent activates a monster effect on the field, you do this thing.
So if you recall, we have what are known as hand traps in our game. This is a in-archetype hand trap. So it's a hand trap that is exclusive to this archetype that allows them to interact on the opponent's first turn. Yes.
So this, in theory, is the opponent does one thing, and you've got an idea now what their archetype does, what their game plan is. You trigger this. You are the top-decking god of Yu-Gi-Oh, so of course you know what you want. Then you go fusion summon the monster that absolutely fucks them. Just right there. Just you're done. There's probably a monster with some kind of effect that says they can't do anything. They can't search for anything. Their graveyard is exiled. Their hand is exiled. Their deck is exiled. You get to get up and go kick them.
Dude, I remember when people were dooming about this card. Like, oh no, turn 0 window. I've literally only been turn 0 windowed like once. Like, it's only happened. Like, it actually... like, people are going crazy over turn 0 window. Yeah, there you go. There you go. They're fucking... Happened to me twice. Okay, that's more than what I'd expect. I mean, it can happen, and maybe the fact that it can happen shouldn't exist. But that's not the reason why this card is good. You know, people tend to focus. I mean, it's just the nature of like discourse. Whether it doesn't have to be Yu-Gi-Oh, but people will always focus on the extremes and use that as the rule. So I'm just complaining about. Holy shit! I didn't know she had 2 fucking swords. What the fuck? This goes hard. I've never seen Havness depicted with these, like, not even fan art with these 2 swords. Holy shit. Maybe it's just like the way she's like, they kind of blend into the background. So Havness hit Beast tier cash into Sharon. I got my turn 0 floodgate. It is funny for my POV. How many times have you pulled that off, Shimmering Hope? How many times have you pulled that off?
I don't know if you need help, to be honest. But do I? Let me help you out a bit. You talk about being the top decking god. What if, remember, before all of these hits, you can play 3 of all of these. So what if you don't need to be the top decking god? What if the consistency of this deck was so high that even though you're just milling, it's the casino player's wet dream that everything hits. The machine always pays out.
Yeah, because on your turn, of course, you drop the other 2 that we've already seen that do the exact same thing. What the hell? So yeah, like you go first. Let's do that. Let's go first. Fusion summon something, generate something. I don't even know what yet. And then your opponent goes, they take 1 game action, and you do this and do even more.
Let me present it to you in a different way. Let's say you go second. Your opponent does the game action. You play Havness.
A few times?
And
Nice.
you mill one of the cards, and that fusion summons, and you get the fusion summon on their turn.
Thank you for your honesty.
What the hell are they doing? What are they doing? Oh my god. This card is way more infuriating because of the way it reacts on the opponent's turn and on turn 0. It's like the extra damage, right? And I haven't seen the monsters. I'm just assuming that what you get is bad for them. It's really bad for them. It's so bad for them, and it probably feels like the worst. And then what do you do to play around it? Oh gosh, I guess what I'll do is I'll just play.
You don't really play around it. That's the funny part. I'm glad he brought that up. You don't play around it.
On your turn, like if they hand trap you, because that's an effect, right?
So it has to be a monster effect on the field. So a hand trap activates in the hand.
Well, I guess in the mirror you do, but other decks couldn't really.
They restricted the last 2. There's no way they didn't restrict this one.
Okay.
There's no way. Did they also have to ban this one? If they thought restricting it was solving problems, and apparently they did, because they did eventually ban the other ones. Maybe restricting it is helpful, but man, dude,
I wouldn't blame him for thinking this got restricted. It is definitely like
I can't tell from that laugh.
kind of bullshit to run into.
So yeah, the question is, did they have to ban this, or was restricting them to 1 each the eventual solution that got there? I mean, it's kind of like a double down here if I say this one got banned, because like we're escalating here, and it's like, how about this? This is even worse. Did this get banned? And I was wrong last time. But hell, I'll throw it against the wall. I'm unlike you. I don't play the metagame as hard. You're showing me this. That must mean this, and you're doing it in this order, so it means this. My gut said last time that they probably said Siren but worse was worth banning. You know, or I'm sorry, Merrily but worse was worth banning. So I'm not turning back. I'm not turning the train around. I didn't learn anything from that conversation that said I was wrong. I just learned that the effect being reduced made it okay. But then you show me a 3rd one, and I'm like, how much can we reduce it? Like we have to eventually stop having these cards be in our decks, because enough of them is too redundant. So yeah, ban this one. Ban it.
This one is also limited to 1. So they ended up restricting more. They ended up restricting all 3 of the ladies. So now I can give you a bit more context. Yes.
Damn.
I showed you them probably in order from worst to best. I say worst with a big asterisk because Merly's still nuts for what it's worth. The thing is with Merly is that she doesn't have a way to special summon herself. Gyron's really good because she can special herself. Havness can special herself too. The problem with Havness is that it's a big condition on your opponent doing things, but for the most part that's not really that big of an issue. But yes, all 3 of these cards are individually insane in their own right. I think the reason they ultimately decided to restrict all 3 of these, aside from the fact that they're just insane, is also to limit the amount of potential ways that you could fusion summon. We haven't gotten to the fusion monsters yet. We will very shortly here. Keep in mind going forward that with only 1 of each of these being allowed to be played per deck, since it's restricted, you hypothetically are only having these 3 ways to fusion summon by having these cards hit the graveyard, by getting mills, or being sent to the graveyard by a card effect. Right? So that makes it a lot less likely that you're going to hit one of these in all the milling scenarios, and definitely reduces the ceiling of this deck by quite a bit. But that may not matter considering the way you've been reacting to this, but we will get there. We'll get there shortly. But maybe we don't have to worry about milling these cards at all.
Yeah, I wonder what he's gonna say when he gets to the Shizus. I imagine he's gonna explode, bro.
Okay, but it's husband.
There you go. There you go. He's with it, everyone. He's with it. Don't worry, comments. He figured it out.
The husband. Holy shit, bro could not control himself.
Is it Rhino?
Yeah, you're right. The other part
This is why I tell you to control yourself. Whenever Cynthia's on screen, I tell you to control yourself. I should have done that with Rhinoheart, to be fair.
You can special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. And if you do, send 1 Tier Limits card from your hand to the graveyard. You can only use each effect of Tier Limits Rhinoheart once per turn. I'm confused, but let me correct this. You can send 1 Tier Limits monster from your deck to the graveyard if this card is normal or special summon. Okay, you can do this. If this card is sent to the graveyard by card effect. Wait, okay, these are separate lines. Correct. You can send
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not separated from
your deck to the graveyard. So you can search when this is normal or special summon.
Doesn't know husbanda. I know. I'm just, you know, gender normative. I only care when women when it's women on the screen.
By some card effect. Does that include include tribute summon?
If it leaves
or
the
fusion
field,
summons?
yes. If it leaves the field in any way, it will be banished.
Okay, but it says if this card is sent to the graveyard by card effect. Does that include like fusion summoning?
Correct. That is,
Oh,
that is
okay.
considered card effect, yes.
Okay, that sounds important. And if you do, so you take another one of these tournament cards from your hand, and you can put it in the graveyard. But it says when it's normal or special summoned. You can
Funny, he doesn't know what husbando mean, but I also die when you say that.
to the graveyard, and you discard another thing in your hand and put it in the graveyard. So this is like Master of Yard. This is just the cemetery lord. It's just all the
Normies.
stuff in the cemetery. Whatever you want that is in your deck that you want in your graveyard.
I love tier. Hello, Danilo.
God, let me read these freaking stupid-
Danilo Syracuse.
Sent
Siracusa.
to the graveyard by effect.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Fusion summon a monster from- and when you fusion summon
Thank
the
you
monster
for your
from the graveyard,
contribution.
where's the monster?
There are a lot of tier lovers here. You'll fit right in.
Yeah. So you just need to get these pieces together, and there's usually a card that starts the fusion summoning, but we've shown that the 3 waifus just do it for you. This goes and gets a piece that you need. A waifu effect happens, and then that piece that you need in this just get you whatever you want.
Correct. So compared to the waifus, Rhinoheart is going to specifically pick one of the waifus for you to trigger its effective fusion summon, whereas the waifus are a bit more random.
So you're telling me these mill casino effects that they made too redundant, and then they brought out this card that was like, you know what, just in case they can't hit. I mill in like 20
Oh, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it, Danilo.
Sounds fun, right?
I don't know how to evaluate this anymore. What the heck is this?
For context, I'm showing you these cards in the order that they were released. All these cards so far were released in the same set.
Oh my god, this like they said, you know what the world needs? The world doesn't need an interactive card game. We've got this. We just need solitaire.
Oh, there's a lot of interaction here. There's a lot of interaction going on.
Oh, okay. It feels to me like you could play an equivalent game at home on your kitchen table. That's the way it feels to me. Like, I mean, how many different ways, like how many different lines, like if you goldfish this as we call it in Magic, where it's just you drawing hands and playing stuff, there's probably like 100 different ways to do the thing on turn 1 every time. So the different costs on this are confusing. I imagine it gets easier when you play it. I imagine once I resolve this once or twice, I'll be like, okay, I get it now. On its own, I'm just gonna assume it's all the effects like the way you want, and that's not hard to do. And like, yeah, they restricted the other like accelerants. This feels like the whole combo just right there in one card.
Interesting. Okay.
True.
The way this feels.
Okay.
Did they have to ban this?
No, did they?
If you restrict this, does that solve the problem? It feels like it keeps open lines of where you fetch this and only this to then finish your combo, finish your fusion. And it also keeps open lines of like, oh, I drew this, I guess I win now. I still haven't seen the monsters. Don't think I need
The monsters are next. I'll give you a hint. The monsters are coming. The fusions are coming.
But I am sensing a pattern now, and this is going to be the part where maybe you get me because, like, yeah, I could. If you had shown me this like second, third, fourth, I'd be like, oh yeah, just ban it. They had to try that at some point, right? But now I'm like, well, they restricted the waifus. This deck was obviously an important part of a set that they were definitely getting something out of. Maybe banning cards is something they avoided here, and breaking up the consistency worked. You know, this one I'm not. Like I said, I'm not 100% positive I fully grasp the power. I'm just assuming you get what you want, and there's a fusion summon that's going to happen if this card even goes anywhere near the top of your library. So I'm going to say they restricted it as well.
And you would be correct if we lived in Japan. He's actually unlimited. He's still free.
Oh. Is my evaluation wrong? Am I assuming too much? Because I did kind of give up on tying all the costs together.
No.
It seems like it stitches the whole thing together on its own.
It does. This is obviously
True.
where the difference is between territories. They decide to
Yeah, I'm glad he picked up on that. I mean, this guy's not a bad player at all. He seems to have game sense.
And this is one of the ones where there was a difference. Rhinoheart is like you said, it sort of kind of just does everything you want. What's nice is that, like I said, now that the waifus are restricted, Rhinoheart allows you to, if you, let's say you start by doing some milling and you only hit like one of the waifus to fusion summon, right? Now if you use your normal summon on Rhinoheart, or if you milled Rhinoheart, you can actually just special summon it out yourself with a second effect, then use the first effect to then cherry pick one of the other waifus that's still in your deck to ensure that you get that additional fusion summon. So you're right, he kind of is like the whole shebang and kind of like does everything you want. He's just like another piece of the puzzle that just makes this deck as crazy, consistent, and powerful as it is. So I do not think you're wrong in your evaluation. Like I said, this is a 3 for us. It's restricted in Japan. I think they were a lot more harsh in Japan compared to us, but I think for good reason because this deck was just that overwhelmingly dominant. But I think it is fair to assume this card could have very easily been restricted for us as well. So even though you were technically wrong, I think you're in the right headspace. That he kind of does. Yes.
When did this deck? When was this deck?
Oh, this is only 2 years old.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, good.
I think we need some context to see what we are making with our.
No, I really don't. I'm just
No, I think you do.
assuming
I think you need some context here. Here you go.
Damn.
Finally,
Oh wait, no, she's kind of hot. Restricted.
yeah, a lot of people will.
Bro, control yourself.
Level 5.
Oh my god.
Aqua fusion effect. 1 tier laments monster.
It's
plus
beautiful.
aqua monster. If this card is special summoned, you can take 1 tier laments card from your deck and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. You can target 1 monster you control, special summon 1 tier laments monster from your hand or graveyard. If you do, send the targeted monster to the graveyard. If this card is sent to the graveyard by card effect, you can send the top 5 cards of your deck to the graveyard. You can only use this once per turn. Okay.
Got all that?
No. If this card is special summoned, definitely happening. You can take 1 card from your deck and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. Okay, so you can set up. I'm guessing what they're meaning. You can set up a future fusion summon, or like if you put in the graveyard, maybe you can summon it right now.
Yeah.
Pieces.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay. You target 1 monster you control. So if you have an extra assembler, an extra waifu around,
Okay.
right?
Extra waifu.
Husbando or whatever you called it that you don't need anymore. Yeah. And then you can off that and special summon the thing you searched for.
You could. Yep. Or dump it. Standard graveyard.
Or dumped. Yeah. Like you just got to tutor, so it has to be the best thing possible. Or it's just another piece of the fusion because you got rid of something that you might have wanted to fusion anyway, and you search for something, so it might just be another fusion. Like you might just set up a whole other.
I hear why, but I think if he started playing, he would pick tier.
Yeah. Why? Like it doesn't say you can't get another one of these.
Yeah,
It
he
says you only
seems
actually take one once per turn.
he
So
seems
that's
to
why
have an
it's
eye for
colossus,
them.
right?
All kick colossus for that turn. Yes.
Okay. Not a new one. Because in Magic that would just mean it only applied to this card, not all the cards with the same.
Right. We call that hard once per turn. It's only 1 kick. It doesn't matter if you summon multiple.
Just a
It's
hunch.
only kick close 1 effect. That's it.
All right, so it keeps this from basically popping off with herself all in the same turn, but you can set it up to pop off with another one on a future turn, or you can just get something better, like some greater payoff that maybe has stats or some ability that's powered up by the number of things you sent to a graveyard this turn, or number of summons you did this turn. I'm guessing might happen. This is why I don't even need to see this shit. This is stupid. This is stupid. Why is the payoff more payoff? This is Yu-Gi-Oh! 2. Your payoff is more payoff on top of the payoff.
Yeah, pretty much.
The party must never stop.
Dang, I forgot which Danglong Kid Kalos fits under.
The party going. And that was interactive.
Do you understand we had to do 20 videos to build your foundation?
There's this. It's kind of just a meme, but like, ever since Danglong doing like so much in one card, you know, it searches a counter trap, it mills a card, and it floats. Then they banned Danglong and released Justice CR. I just think it's really funny. Also, it's level 5 too. It's also level 5. I feel like the Danglong trend has happened so much. There's the Beat Trooper, Cruel Saturn. There's other Danglongs. There's the Predaplant Ambulomades, I think. That's another Danglong. So Kid Kalos is just another Danglong in a long line, you know, generations of perfecting the Danglong. Gamble fun and then mill 2 shuffler in 3 hand traps. It's over. No tier names in my gamble. But yeah. Yeah, they keep printing Danglongs. That's all I'm gonna say.
Because this is why. There's a lot to unpack with these cards.
What I'm getting from it is, aside from the great times and friends we've made along the way, you've wasted my time. You're showing me a real game. You gave me a lot of red pills, and here's your blue pill. Oh my god, I don't know how to evaluate if this should be banned. They restricted the elements, well, many of the elements, and they left legal the husbando or whatever, who like just fetches this, just goes and gets her on its own. They restricted some of the elements, and then you have this card. There's so many like red flags of finding exactly what you want, either to commit another fusion atrocity and go get something from the extra deck, or just pull the perfect thing out of your deck. That like why as a game designer, why as a game manager would you want this as a happening 2 to 3 times a game? Like this is definitely one of those cards where the deck would always want this. So in order to like get the right answer for was this banned or restricted, I have to look at what was restricted from the deck and say, was this still a problem?
That's a good way to assess, sure.
You hey Nivanian, how? Welcome to the stream. How are you?
Is it still free, right, after some of these restrictions?
YCS when? Unfortunately, I'm going to go for KBBQ. Plus day 1 doesn't seem that interesting to me. But I will be in Ray's chat whenever he goes live. But I'll be touching grass. Maybe a day 2 watch. I don't know, man. I mean, how many hours? Oh my god. My bad. Sorry. My bad. Let me look it up for you. I would assume it'd be in 1 hour, actually. 1 or 2 hours. YCS Reggie. I would say, I don't know when stream, because stream takes a while to drop. But at YCS Anaheim, can I have link to watch? I actually don't have the link. Someone, does anyone else have the link? I'll have to look for it. YCS Orlando.
And also, you can remember for the fusion summon, you are putting.
I don't know. Do you prefer YouTube or?
So you are putting Kid Kalos back into the extra deck.
I don't see a link actually.
You're gonna tell me it's fine.
I'm trying to give you the full context here. I know there's a lot for you to digest in this video. So I'm trying to help you out.
I think this card should be restricted.
Reggie will use Watson YCS. True. Thank you.
I think this card should be restricted.
Restricted or banned? Which one is it?
I'll go with restricted.
This card's totally fine. I don't know what you're talking about. This card's totally. No, this card's banned.
Simo's the fucking gaslighter. Holy shit. Shut the hell up.
Only seen thus far. Kid Kalos is insane. So first of all, when you play this, it allows you to, like you said, tutor whatever cards you need at any moment and either put it in your hand or you
YouTube Onegai Ishimasu.
Okay. And then send the targeted monster to the graveyard. There is a world where you can target the Kid Kalos itself. You can special summon Merly, the very first one that I showed you, and then send the Kid Kalos herself to the graveyard.
Alright,
which will trigger her third effect.
I'll try to find the YouTube link.
So you get to mill 8 instead of 5 in this instance. And the casino just keeps on paying out, buddy. So yes, like you said, the enabler keeps enabling, and Kid Kalos is crazy. There's also a spell card that was legal that allowed you to special summon Kid Kalos immediately from the extra deck without having to fusion summon. So that was another reason. That card is also banned, so for context. So
it doesn't have to mill the 5. It's already doing enough. It's doing more than enough.
Welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh, my friend. All right.
Oh my god.
All right. You want some more fusions? I'll show you some more fusion payoffs.
I'm scared.
You should be. You should be.
Can I go? I need to go get one of my animals. I need a comfort animal.
No comfort animals. This is your comfort animal right here.
I don't want to pet it. Looking at the art, I don't. What the hell is going on? Why is it look like? What is? I don't know how to say it. It looks like a confetti went wrong.
The fucking foil.
Kaleido heart. Oh, kaleidoscope. Oh.
There you go.
Okay.
I missed my instant Kid Kalos.
Remember, we have our shitty stands from Yu-Gi-Oh.
So
it doesn't.
The actual card is.
I don't see a link.
Sorry, our stands have legal to be desired.
Why would anybody want your stuff to look good on the internet? Like there aren't like literally sites with billions of dollars behind them about your stuff.
Am I crazy?
Looking good on the internet, about your collection.
Yeah, let me find check Twitter.
Here, have this. Oh my. Okay, I feel targeted. Level 9. So that means
Rhino's cool. I really like the fact that you can trigger Kaleido Heart. And you know, I love when Jesse played Zodiac packs in Master Duel. I love going Trident, pop Kaleido Heart.
Goes out and gets this and the pieces that you need, just all right there for you. This cannot be used as fusion material. Oh, good. I wouldn't want to get confused.
Let me go on their Twitter.
Or if an aqua monster is sent to your graveyard, that is
It might show up there.
This card is on the field. You can target one card your opponent controls and shuffle it into the deck. Okay. If this card is sent to the graveyard by card effect, you can special summon this card, and if you do, send one Tier Elements card from your deck to the graveyard. Also free.
And like, it cannot be used as fusion material. Line was really obnoxious.
Okay, so you can use an effect twice. They just have to be each effect. Correct.
Oh,
Not
let's
the
see.
hard once a turn. Okay.
It's still hard once per turn in the sense that you can't use multiple Kaleido Hearts, but you can use both of the effects on the Kaleido Heart. Yes.
All right, let's look at that again.
So the live stream is scheduled for 1 hour, Nivanian. I think I found
When you first special summon it, this happens.
Yep, that's when you first use
the
it.
link.
Get shuffled in your deck. And then after that, on future turns, if an aqua monster is sent to your graveyard by card effect while it's on the field, so on your
No,
turn,
he's
hit their
fuck
turn. Then on their
you.
turn, if you find a way to trigger it, you hit another thing.
With the second effect as well. Yes.
Oh, okay. I'll look at the second effect.
Never mind, I didn't find the link because the Twitter just went to the official Yu-Gi-Oh!
Okay, and then if this is special
YouTube
summon,
channel,
you can
and
so,
there's no fucking
every
direct
turn
link
on
to
your turn
that.
and theirs, you are just sending something back in their deck over and over again.
Yeah, cool card.
Like, how would you get around
Here,
that?
I'll
If this
just,
card is sent to the graveyard by card
please
effect,
never return to full power,
it doesn't
Stinky
say
Fish
battle will
woman.
not
Trigger the second effect.
Well, how are you gonna battle? You don't have anything. You have nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. Okay.
My long lost Sepro. Oh, I'm flattered. I'm flattered, Nivanian. Oh, you're talking about Nevion. Never mind, my bad. I'm sorry, I'm making things about myself.
What kind of a cost is that? That's not a cost.
Everything's free.
Yeah, your brother from another mother.
So this never, ever stops being able to do that. It seems like if this card is sent to the graveyard by card effect, so you have to battle it or banish it.
Correct. Yeah. So you either have to battle it or find a way to remove it from the field that is not sending it to the graveyard by card.
Tribute it? If you
Yeah,
find a way
you
to
can.
I don't even know if this even helps. What I've already seen is they're just gonna bring it back, right? Yeah. Like, wow, you
True.
snuck it into the graveyard.
Honestly, Kaleido Heart
Let that ban
plus
card go, just bring it right back. They did ban that, but still,
Soliac felt really good in general. Just like ending on that felt pretty good.
Yes. So
What
to
does
remind
that tell me about this?
the waifus are limited. Rhino Heart's at 3, and Kid Kalos is banned.
Dude, I don't know if Rhino Heart could be allowed at 3 if this was still because it assembles this. He gets this himself.
Yeah, you really need some grass or some sleep. Either one is fine. Don't worry, I got some sleep.
Okay, can you save me some reading?
I just wake up early.
Almost anything mean you get this if you want it.
Yeah. So the only thing you're
Well, I
missing is that
appreciate the
Kaleido Heart
concern.
needs 2 aquas, so Rhino Heart can send 1. So you need to have 1 more aqua monster somewhere in order to get this guy out. So that's the only graveyard, field, hand. Yeah.
Or field.
Correct. Yes.
Tough ass.
Yes, tough
They
ass.
drive a hard bargain.
Yes.
So what that means is if
Okay, Callus Revive right. I've never pulled that off, but
you have this,
that just blew my mind.
Just you're removing stuff at all times. So this is the Yu-Gi-Oh! 2 problem. Is do we have to have something this strong just to have a game? Just do we have to have something oppressive that interacts and messes with everything they do on every turn just to actually make us make decisions at all, or else somebody would just win?
You can be the Sepro stuck on the wall.
But some of the other Yu-Gi-Oh! 2 models you showed me have given me that vibe. Like they really have. This is in the extra deck, right? Restricting this doesn't fix anything. Like, not really. So did they ban it? I feel like restricted and not restricted are the same with this. Okay. So I think it's kind of a trap to have restricted in there. So I'm just going to assume they didn't use that. Unless there's something else I'm missing. Like, obviously, they could just fusion summon another one if there are multiples. But it feels to me like restricting and unrestricting are similar. It's still an endless problem either way. So it's like banned or not banned. And the only thing I can say for not banned is that this is what it takes to have a game where everything is free so that we have any decisions at all to make. And the fact that it does send it back into the deck is not the same as banishing it because, yeah, if the values that we place on this Yu-Gi-Oh! Environment, gotta use that term loosely, values. If the values we place in this environment are that we each get to keep doing our thing, that's definitely what's enabling the archetypes. And sending it back into the deck just means, okay, I guess I have to go through the process of the summon again. And maybe they just think that the summoning is like really, really, really great jerk-off sessions that just people just want to keep on summoning, man. As long as they get more summoning.
How do you figure that out?
So that's the only way I can see this not being banned. So if this isn't banned, then I have learned what
Let them goon to
So you
the.
guys just want to keep going back and forth, jerking each other up. You can clip that. I'm gonna say this got banned. I know it. Yes. This is illegal at 3. Knew it. Knew it. I figured it out. I know everything I need to know about your deck.
I'm done that in MD tier format. Nice.
This might shock you. Or
Pot.
people would only typically play 1 copy of this anyway.
Let the man goon.
So you don't really have to play more than 1, and usually for the most part, 1 is enough. Like it's not the second Kaleido Heart that gets you. Like 1 is just fine. There are only 15 slots in the extra deck, so like obviously people have to be mindful of the cards they put there. But 1 is enough. It's typically all you need. Honestly, some games you might not even summon Kaleido Heart. You can believe that. You'll still win the game. This card is just it's insane. It's broken. But yeah, it's fine.
I hate it. I hate it, but I do understand.
You're learning. You're learning.
I hate what I've discovered. I hate it so much.
You're gonna hate this then. Let's keep going.
Primeval Planet Perlerino?
Perlarino.
Primeval Planet Perlarino.
No, this card is so fucked. I hate this card so much.
When this card is activated, you can add 1 Tier Elements monster or 1 Visa Starfrost from your deck to your hand.
You ignore that part, please.
Nobody plays Visas.
Yeah.
Sure. Fusion monsters and Tier Elements monsters you control gain 500 attack. If a Tier Elements monster you control or in your graveyard is shuffled into the deck or extra deck, except during damage step, you can target 1 card on the field and destroy it. You can only use the effect once per turn. You can only activate this once per turn. The balancing mechanism. How dare they? How dare they make you shuffle something back into your deck? Wait, hold on. Hold on.
You might be putting it
Tier
together.
Elements, if a monster you control or in your graveyard is shuffled in your deck, they're always able to shuffle stuff back in your deck. They put it on the bottom though, right? Does that count as shuffling?
Yeah, that counts.
Oh, it does. So
I think going to the bottom does matter.
once per turn, yeah, you get a free like removal-y thing after you play this and activate it to go tutor for whichever Tier Elements.
Though I can't recall which situations. I think it has is like the way it interacts with grief or something like that. I forgot.
This is kind of like an enchantment. It just stays out until another card is around.
So It's an enchantment that comes out, yep, for free, and it tutors you the enabler or payoff, whatever you need. Whatever you want. Okay. And then they gain 500 attack. Have we talked about attacking at all? No. I just assume you'll win eventually when you're done with each other. You know what I mean. And if a monster you control or in your graveyard is shuffled into, I mean,
Is he gonna scream when he shows them Tournament scream?
They activate. Correct. Cool. Just something dies all the time. So this is the interaction suite that the world is looking for. Oh my god. These cards, there isn't something exactly like this. This is busted as hell. This is so extreme. There aren't. So when I compare this, there's nothing exactly like it. But in like in Magic, effects like this that you do a thing and something gets blown up, they exist, but they're highly frowned upon. People hate them, but they exist, and they don't get banned even in Commander. Okay, which is kind of weird. Dude, what did they have to do with this? The tutoring part. If we start right at the top, this is the most.
You read as like a book. Have you seen the Regenesis archetype? Yeah, I actually have. When I looked at them, they seem pretty strong. I didn't realize how good the trap was until Jesse pointed it out, though. I thought the trap was just fine, but when Jesse reviewed the cards, he really opened my eyes. That trap is really, really good. In Magic, those aren't OPT. I guess they're mana gated, right?
I don't know. It seems bad, man. It seems like you'd have to restrict this. Maybe I'm underestimating the value of the mill, because that was kind of the element that tied everything together to this is definitely going to happen. There's no way that the odds, like, it takes astronomically bad odds for this to happen. This card when milled doesn't do anything. Other cards when milled are still useful. That might be my blind spot, but I think you had to restrict this. The combo element and the removal element that we learned from our last friend, the card I just looked at, Kaleidoscope. I think that this is both a sidekick to that, but also a counter to that, so I can, like, it's kind of weird how they tied all this together. But I think that very first line got this restricted. I think they wanted to reduce the consistency of the deck, and if you leave this legal at 3, again, if I'm wrong, it's probably the graveyard thing, but let's say restricted.
Cards at 3, unlimited.
Okay. Okay, is it the graveyard thing?
In TCG.
So I will say this is the other one where the Asian territories have it different. This is limited over there, so I think your logic is still sound.
They did ban that shit in Master Duel.
Apparently, I will say, this might be something you're lacking the information. The effect, especially on a field spell, where it says you can add a whatever monster from your deck to your hand. That is a very common effect in Yu-Gi-Oh! 2. So that's not like the craziest thing. It's really just everything together on this card. To be honest, like it is consistency. I think honestly this was like one of the most expensive cards in the deck because of the rarity they printed it at. So kind of like money reasons was one of the reasons I feel like they didn't hit this. But
Yeah, it was crazy expensive.
But it really just does a lot. The fact that it also just pops stuff anytime you do fusion summons, like you can use this if you have this active. If you, for instance, let's say your opponent activates a monster effect and you have Havness in your hand, so you're able to play Havness, mill 3 cards. You mill one of the fusion monsters to fusion summon. You can fusion summon Kaleido Heart, and then because you put stuff on the bottom, the planet's gonna pop one of your opponent's things, and then Kaleido Heart's gonna shuffle one of their things back as well. Just you have all this interaction for your opponent's turn. It's just insane. This card is so extremely powerful. I cannot begin to describe it.
It's fine.
It's fine apparently. Yeah, it's fine apparently.
No, but seriously, like, isn't that kind of exploitive? Like the expensive tutor card, you can have one of each of
Triggers usually just don't happen indefinitely. They don't put OPTs usually. Oh, okay.
That feels really like, I don't know. I'm a Magic player. That feels extra dirty.
Let's move on. I have no answer for you.
Yeah, okay, we don't have to talk about that.
So that was the first wave of support. Okay, so now we move on to the second. The second wave is smaller. It's only 2 cards here. So here we go.
Tier elements, roll Close
enough.
So cute. Level 8.
What was that?
Okay, the pieces are this plus any tier elements monster free. It's just free. Other aqua monsters.
What the fuck?
Wait a minute. Weren't there? Oh my god. There were already like things that like the only way to destroy it.
Well, to be fair, Kaleido Heart is not an aqua. He's a fiend, so he wouldn't be.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice. There were other things. There was something else that went sent to the graveyard except by battle.
Well, all of them say they have to go to grave by card effect. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So this protects.
Make sure you get that.
Correct.
Yeah. Wouldn't want to not be able.
Of course not. Why not? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. When your opponent activates a card or effect that includes an effect that special summons a monster, you can negate the activation if you do destroy it, and then send 1 tier limits card from your hand or face upfield to the graveyard. All right, so you're turning your little enabler pieces, either in hand or on the field, into counter spells. If this fusion summoned card is sent to the graveyard by card effect, you can special summon this card. This fusion summoned card. So you fusion summon this, but you have to. So that's kind of weird. Oh, I see.
So you can't do it a second
special
time.
summon it doesn't go in.
Correct. It's not considered fusion summon when it's special summon the first time.
All right.
Correct. So you get to bring her back a second time.
Yeah, it gets 1 free reroll.
Yes.
But there was the card that like you destroy your own card to get a thing, and then this would just come back.
Yeah, weird. Oh, interesting.
Why does
Interesting. Yeah, I wonder why they did
Why
that.
does everything have to do this? Okay. Where's the broken part? Everything, like the whole. I can see how it's the nastiest deck of all time. The whole engine comes together.
That's a fair question. That is a fair question.
I'm trying to figure out the individual pieces, which I'm doing horrible at since the first one. But I'm trying to figure out the individual pieces. It's like where's the part that makes it more broken?
We haven't even gotten to Shizus yet.
Never at once. Okay, the other aqua monsters not being destroyed by battle seems like it's basically countering one of the only things you could try to do, which is some kind of battlefield relevant interaction. Can't have that. Shut that down. Thank you. Good job trying to play Hearthstone, kid, but this is not Hearthstone. You can only use each of the following effects once. When your opponent activates a card, dude, you can just counter it over and over. So this is again the part where it's like I could try to evaluate. Oh, people aren't gonna like that. People don't want their cards countered. But I feel like now we're just here, where every monster has to also interact with opposing monsters and do something just so we can play the game, just so we can say we played a game. And this is another one where it's like there's still a game to be played. It's not like there's no game. It's like okay, they have this. I'm gonna do this. You gonna counter it? Okay, then I'm gonna do this. And it's like you try to layer it. Was the first thing the thing that they want to counter, or the second thing, right? So as long as we're playing endless stuff and everything ties into more stuff, so that we get to do more stuff, it's about picking the right point of interaction, or just having an overwhelming amount of interaction that goes uninteracted with. God, am I gonna say this card is fine?
Have you learned from your ways, CG?
I think with this one, I could see, based on other things I've seen, that this may not need to be banned. I can see, looking at this card, that if the play pattern were, let's call it restrictive, If people did not enjoy the play pattern and it were a problem in the meta, that restricting it would solve a lot of that issue. However, given some of the things I've seen, it's really tempting to say this is fine. I'm going to read it one more time and look for like something I missed. When your opponent activates a card effect, okay, opponent has activated it. That includes the effect of special summons a monster. You can negate the activation. If you do, you destroy the thing, and then you also have to give up a tier limits card in your hand or face up field. And you can only do that once each turn.
The Barrier statue arc in Master Duel XDDD. Holy shit! Why did you do that? Dude, those fucking. I'm still mad about players main decking the Gravekeeper's Trap and then hitting with it. Oh my god, I'm still fucking. I'm very cross.
My god. Keep going. We're near the end. Keep going. Okay. Okay. I haven't seen the good part. Huh? Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh my god. Are those abs?
Dude, there's just more coming.
Oh yeah, true anime flavor. Abs on abs.
Tier limit Scream. There's a spell. Continuous spell card.
Yes.
Yes? Okay. If a monster is normal or special summon and you control a tier limits monster, free, or visas, not relevant, you can send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. Wait a minute. If a monster is normal or special summoned, but not fusion summoned?
Fusion summon is considered a special summon.
Ah, okay, of course. Special summoning, not special. Noted. If a monster is normal or special fusion, whatever summoned, and you control a tier limits monster, you can send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. Also, for the rest of this turn, all monsters your opponent controls lose 500 attack. If this card is sent to the graveyard by card effect, you can add a tier limits trap from your deck to your hand.
XDD. Oh my
A trap.
god.
They play some traps. They give you the traps to put in this deck too.
They do.
They needed it spelled out for you. They really wanted these packs to sell. All right, monsters losing 500 attack for the rest of this turn. Just in, I mean, that basically what that does right there is enables it.
Oh my god, he didn't even show the traps. Wow.
Just keep playing with each other. Let's go.
This is actually no wonder it's so long.
You can send the top 3 cards from deck to graveyard. Seems good.
We're almost done.
Okay,
We're almost done.
Only use each effect of this once per turn, so you can only get 1 mil per turn.
Correct. But you can also get that on your opponent's turn.
Yep. All you gotta do is have a tier limits monster and normal or special something anything.
You don't have to. It says if a monster is normal or special summon. That counts your opponent.
doesn't it? Okay. Okay. And a bunch of those things trigger when they go to the graveyard, so it can set off your special summoning thing when your opponent.
Dude, this card's so fucked. I hate Scream.
But then
Minus
when you
500.
set off the thing, they shuffle back in.
Interesting.
So you
And the
don't have-
pressure generated from the mill 3 for
If you have this card,
potential
you
new
can just go into
interruptions.
the- Man, you can pop off. You can do the thing.
Good
Then you
card.
have another one of these. Okay, but it's a hard one to turn.
It is hard. That's correct. Yes.
So the part I'm also missing is the trap.
I will show you that next. You know what? I'll show you now. How about that? We'll help you evaluate here. We'll give you the full scope. We'll give you the full scope.
Okay, let's just do it. Why not? He's feeling charitable. He knows how freaking destroyed I am right now.
Yep. Oh, it's all you give
Tier limits, Sulik.
So yeah.
Dude, how long was this Discord call
Of all the arts.
to record?
Control a tier limits monster, or doesn't matter, nobody cares about visas. You can target one effect monster your opponent controls, negate its effects, then send the one monster you control to the graveyard. If this card is sent to the graveyard by card effect, you can add a tier limits monster from your deck to hand. You can only use this once per turn. Okay, okay, it's a tutor. So you can get rid of your enabler pieces again, destroy the opponent's thing, and tutor up more of this thing for yourself to make sure that you get to keep it. Oh, Jesus Christ.
The minus 500 was so needed.
I just picture
Yeah.
thinking of one deck
I feel that way about
one I will-
Perloreno's plus 500. It's just so weird
Okay.
But I
to
keep
like
thinking about how that deck just built itself.
normal summon Sharon and it's bigger than like Vanity's emptiness slash fiend.
I'm picturing, like,
You know,
these cards
not
are really good. I'm
you know what I'm talking about, like the big tributes.
To build the most busted combo deck of all time. It's just right there on all the cards.
It just feels so weird.
Exactly what it is.
That's the
It
thing.
makes you wonder, how did this happen? How could this happen? I just don't know. All right, all right. I'm supposed to figure out if the trap or the spell got restricted. Did it need to be restricted? I mean, the trap is just a tutor that's also interactive.
The minus 500 breaking parity never makes it
I
better.
would look at these things as play patterns, redundancy. Do we want our games to look like this? These take the spots of other cards. Don't we want our customer base to spend money and create a more interesting kind of game experience over time? Do we want these cards to take up so much space in our deck for the entirety of the time that they're legal? And I would try to evaluate things from that perspective. In this world, I don't know if it matters. I get the impression that they built this deck, unless they are high as hell and when they need money again, they're just not going to make cards that go in it ever again. They built a self-contained thing. They sold it like a total package. They tried to nerf it down to a level where it can play and other decks aren't completely helpless. And now they're just not going to print any tier limits cards for it ever again until they need money.
Yep, that sounds about right.
In that case, how does that factor into this card and the restrictions?
That is something that kind of bothers me about
those cards is just exemplified and just gets worse
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Basically add to that casino element. So I do feel like the Scream might get restricted.
Like,
The trap, that's the interactive piece. And even though
ethically,
the trap might not get restricted.
Okay, my answers.
I'm gonna say,
you know,
I'll be stupid. At this point, I think I
in
figured out where the
coming to
deck was.
terms with this
The game,
kind of fucks me up, but I do get the sense that Konami, like, okay, this isn't like a huge revelation, but it just fucks with me. But like printing decks to just immediately ban certain things, you know, like, is fucking weird. It's just really fucking
Almost correct. Both of these are perfectly legal categories.
it's very cynical.
That are really just, like, the biggest limiting factor here. And they're fine. I mean, you never really want to see like multiple copies of any of these cards. You kind of always just want to see one stream, and after that, you never want to see another one.
I think like when people ignore that part, I feel like you have fucking Stockholm Syndrome or whatever.
You have the one Celiac, you're kind of like,
Whatever, like
field spell that's gonna pop something, and like Lido Heart that can shuffle something back. So you kind of have like, you only want one of these.
and I don't know if they're intentionally doing this. I can't really say, but it sure feels that way. Like,
these are fine. They're typically Celiac was played at like 1 to 2. Scream was typically played in 3 because you wanted to see it, but after you saw the first one, you want to see more copies of it. But yeah, these cards are some of the more lesser. They're still very powerful, but in terms of banned or restricted, they are the lesser powerful ones. We're in the home stretch CGB.
you have ways to beat over Kaleido.
The final
Yeah.
for Yu-Gi-Oh's strongest deck of all time.
Final wave, but not the final card. So this is like the tuturables. These are the big bads they go and get. Kelvek, the Ancient Vanguard, level 4, Earth, 1500.
I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like there's no point in the ban list.
Except during the damage step. You can target one one special summon monster your opponent controls.
Like Senpai didn't survive after 2 tournaments.
Return that monster to the hand.
I feel like Senpai was around for a little bit longer. And I'm not talking about like Lacrima ban either. Like Lacrima ban was like, sure they must know some of the cards they print will be needed to get. That's the point. Yeah, like if they definitely know, I think at some point, because they do plant these things in advance. But that is just cynical to me. Like creating decks just to use their ban list to like to rotate them out is weird. It's just really weird. I think they know what they're doing.
You discard it, you search it, put it in the graveyard, you mill it. Goes to the graveyard that way. You can activate this effect. Each player mills 5, and then if this is in your graveyard, you set the trap. But you don't worry about the trap.
You can't go that far. Yeah, just each player mills 5.
So all it is like you can fetch this. If this gets discarded or fetched from your deck, each player mills 5. But only once a turn. It's interaction. Returning the monster to the hand like is kind of a tempo thing. But if they play it again, like if they assemble the materials again or are able to do it again, they're just cooking again, right?
If they can. For context, if a monster is special summoned from the extra deck, so a fusion monster for instance, that would go back to the extra deck.
Okay, so it wouldn't go to the hand.
Right. Mechanically, that's just how it functions. Yeah.
That's how. Okay. So yeah, I guess it forces another fusion summoning. So basically, it is very free. It sounds like it's free and it's like a bounce. It's a setback, and then they have to try to go again. It's interaction. I'm not sure about like the milling thing is gas, but it's gas for both. That's interesting. It seems like that could bite you. All the parts of this could bite you. Okay, I'm looking at this. I guess you get a monster out of it. Like you have something on the field that can attack and defend you. So as far as like having battlefield position and making sure that like you can try to push through and end the game, or that you get another turn when you're the one under pressure. Like yeah, this is interaction. This is like a remand in Magic. You know, you bounce the thing and you get something for it. It's better than that, but it's Yu-Gi-Oh, so everything has to be because it's free. I was expecting something a lot more like, hey, I win the game now, and this is another one of those things that is we get to play the game now. We keep playing the game. We keep doing the dance, and then we both have 3 of these in our deck, so the dance just keeps going. We both just keep spinning the wheels. We get set back and we go again. We get set back and we go again.
True.
Like, a card like this has been banned in Magic. Divide by 0. It was just 3 mana, put the thing back in the hand, and get a value piece for it. And that was too good for standard, but that was not. It wasn't a low-powered standard, but it was in the history of standard. It was like slightly high power, which in the history of Magic, like vintage Eternal format, like Yu-Gi-Oh, is not even close, not even in the ballpark. And people thought it was a controversial ban then. They didn't think it was that good. I think this is just part of playing the game. I don't know. Maybe this is my control mage stepping in, but this just makes us play the game more. This just makes you work for it. If the play pattern was too toxic and obnoxious and they restricted this, then I am so like, oh my god, come on, you guys, look at all the things you're promoting, and a few hoops to jump through are gonna ruin you. There might be some other interaction with this I'm missing, but this seems fine. Like I'm gonna say this is fine.
What about if I show you this card? Okay, and this is your last one. Agido, the ancient sentinel.
He's just so weird to read, like with no context. Full disclosure, bros. When I read the Shizus for the first time, I thought these cards sucked major ass. I'll admit to this. To be fair, there was no tier, but I don't think that's an excuse. There was no tier revealed at the time. But I don't think that's an excuse. Mitosis? I thought these cards were fucking dog. And I think part of it was because, they're anime cards, so there's like an anime bias, you know? I think there is a bias in like anime cards. People kind of downplay them. That's kind of why I sort of like, okay, I need to like redo what I'm thinking, how I think about new cards and stuff like that. That was embarrassing. That's an embarrassing faux pas. Did you really think Pot of Desires were... No, I was the biggest Pot of Desires defender when it was revealed. I was like, I fucking picked up on that one quick, which is why it's so embarrassing that I didn't even pick up on Agido and Kelbeck. Bulge. Cards are good with Murnies. Nice.
So it's got to be the best. Restrict Kelbeck, or leave Kelbeck legal, and you get this effect. Ban Agido, and you have interaction without the time.
I mean, Neg 9 for the memes is a good meme.
Interaction, even though it's annoying, and I would ban the thing that makes it so nothing ever happens. However, if we got to a point where this had to happen, and this was the meta, and this was the tier S deck, if they wanted a new player experience and wanted other decks to have a real chance, here's what I would do. Ban Agido, restrict Kelbeck, declare everything solved. Final answer.
Oh, you mentioned wanting interaction with this? Oh, here, I'll give you interaction. You can, why wait for your turn to mill 5? You can do it on your opponent's turn.
Herald of Orange Light, level 2. When your opponent activates a monster...
Oh my god, this was actually really unfair.
Destroy it. Let me read that first line on these again.
I saw those 4 in my binder. Me too! I opened a case of Mama.
Wait, so when you use this, they do that.
I have all 4.
You can send this card in one.
Yeah, I have all 4. I didn't sell them. I've already accepted that I don't open shit for value.
So yeah, you just mill your ass off, and you have these things. So you find the thing that you need. You put the Kelbeck in the graveyard, and then you get it back with the Agido.
Pot of Desires on the 2 Pot of Desires, not the real me. Let's go.
I don't even know, man. My head is spinning. I'm just picturing I mill, I discard, I bounce your thing, you try to do a thing, I negate that, I destroy it, then I mill, then I hit the thing, and then the next thing you try to do, I'm gonna counter that too, and I'm also gonna summon something else on top of that. Yeah, this is the endless casino, right? This is the infinite redundancy. This is I mill my deck, and then the deck becomes whatever I'm shuffling back in with the fusion summons. So that's all I end up doing, and I can do this forever. That's what you're showing me.
Yep, essentially.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Do I have to say if this was restricted or
Up
banned?
to you. Up to you. Currently, we're at Hellback restricted Aikido banned.
What does this change? Does it help? Like, how many of these would you run if my setup? I'm probably wrong with my setup, right? But I've got to proceed with some kind of theory because now you have me evaluating 3 different things. Like, how does it change the theory? You can send this another monster in the graveyard if you do destroy it. What else are all these fairy monsters?
Yes. Well, the last 3 that I showed you.
Oh, the last 3 are. The others are the Aqua Fiend. I see a Fiend. Yeah, okay. Oh my god. I feel like I'm supposed to piece it all together, but it's all just a big, ugly, solitaire blur in my mind. That it just screams of like, this wasn't, how could they do this? Why did they do this? So all I can really say now that I've seen discard is that it's even more interaction that rewards you for doing the thing you're going to do anyway, that makes it so the game state doesn't progress. I say Aikido got banned, and I stick
I used to watch this series. We got sale after like 3 videos.
You know what? Maybe they were just like the Mill 5. It's just too much.
This is my second one.
I'm gonna stick to what I said.
All right, y'all. It's cooked. If you show me a third one,
Dude, I think 1 is the right number. Exactly 1 in the whole game.
show me a third
I'm
one.
gonna stick to what I said.
What about the little herald?
No more.
I don't think you're baiting me. I don't like it, but interaction is interaction. I think that with these things restricted and some pieces banned, the interaction side of it might
Wake me up when Potiphar's ready back in Master Duel.
Yeah, maybe they had to restrict this.
Yeah, we got to bring back the pots. Desires is my favorite one though. I fucking love that card.
I love this card as a control mage. It's like,
Oh, I knew you would love this.
it's force of will, you know, in its way, but it has restriction. It does have to be a fairy monster. If you restrict or ban the fairy, yeah. If you restrict or ban
Surely Reggie will not be like me.
So Kelbeck and Aikido. For the purposes of for everyone watching this, we are going to skip Mudora and Keldo just because we'd be here for another hour, and I think we can wrap this one up here anyway, because those are good for a different reason. But Kelbeck and Aikido are both banned, and it's actually for what you figured out. The Mill 5 was just too good because if you saw one
Fuck you.
which meant both players were
Fuck
going to
you,
fail,
Ray.
and as a result, Herald of the Orange Light was also restricted because as soon as your opponent made any play, if they used any monster effect, you could go, okay, Herald, pitch Keldo, or excuse me, Kelbeck or Aikido, and now the milling begins. And you're allowed to start getting all of your stuff set up before it's even your turn to actually play the game. It's like
I like the CG.
our turn, not your
Cobra
turn.
Go Blue is like he you know. I'm not saying he's good or bad faith, but he puts up interesting like, you know, it's not just, I don't know, he actually like engages with like,
basically because of the fact that the millers milled both players. If they weren't playing this exact deck and everything that you've seen, they had
I don't know how to describe it.
accumulate off of Aikido and Kelbeck.
He's a good player. I feel like I get the sense his game sense is hearing his MTG game sense is interesting.
I don't know how else to describe it. I told you they had to go through multiple iterations of hitting this deck for it to be reined in so that other decks could compete against it. There was like one other deck that could compete against it in its prime, and that was basically an anti-meta deck designed to beat it and lost to like anything else essentially. Aside from that, the next set, the next several sets basically released like new power creep archetypes that were basically custom made to like beat this archetype essentially because it was a deck that focused a lot on banishing cards. The one this is like on the graveyard. So this deck has a very devastating legacy throughout Yu-Gi-Oh's history. A lot of people love this deck just because it was every mill player's dream. It is the mill deck that gives you everything you could ever ask for, and it's a very divisive deck though as well because it's one of those formats where if you're not playing this, you're just gonna lose. And it was a time to be playing Yu-Gi-Oh. That's for sure.
The dredge of its time in Magic terms. Well, I can see why you guys might have created a throwback format and why it's gaining popularity.
Yep, that I will say that definitely that format gained a lot of popularity during this time. That is 100% true. People were very
When I activate Desires, I imagine just tossing a bunch of cards in the air like Hellkaiser.
People trying to make this deck work just because people love playing it, which is hilarious. But
Hell yeah.
what do you think? What do you think about Yu-Gi-Oh 2, my friend?
Your pain tolerances are impressive, but I have seen the Dark Souls that inhabit this world, and it scares me.
So guys, that's gonna wrap it up for another video. I really hope you all enjoyed. Let's go ahead and shout the patrons for all their
Yeah. I don't feel like I've ever played through a deck so broken as tier, like full power tier. Maybe Dragon Rulers for the time felt really insane. No, I think Spellbook of Judgment felt like insane. Felt like super crazy. Like Dragon Ruler just outgrinded you, but like you physically saw people adding like 5 cards to their hand across the table from you, you know, and that felt like overwhelming. Simo should have shown CGB the pack versus Hani feature. Oh. Oh, you're talking about those CGB shows Magic cards to the other people? Oh, okay. Yeah. The deck profile moment. All right, this is interesting. You know, is tier considered nostalgic? All right, this was a Surafel world champion Jesse Constance's new top tier Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Magician deck. All right, bro. I see the fit, bro. I see the fit, Team Sam. We see it. I like it when this guy is on Simo show. Alright. Also not showing the shufflers. Really? He didn't show the shufflers. You're right. Magic the Gathering Pro goes Ellis Vargas. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. We'll add him to the queue. Stream React. Ignore this secret one. Nothing to see there. Alright. We'll check this out. We're not. We'll put you at 1.5.
Gentlemen, I got you guys. One of my favorite decks of all
Secret
time.
sus. Okay, I'll show you the secret playlist. I'll show you the secret playlist. Here, can I click on it? Okay, here's it. Can I not click on it? All right, I'll show you the secret playlist. XQC plays Pocket. Yeah. I said it for the nah. Give it a secret. Nah, we're gonna ruin the secret. It's all Northern Lion. It's all Northern. That's a secret one. We got the Greensmith. It's just Northern Lion. Well, okay. The real. Okay. I'm actually interested. If this is CCG Dark Magician, I'm interested.
Yeah, who's that? Who's it?
Yo! When I met Jesse in real life, he was wearing this shirt. I think he said his mom made it for him, which is like really cool. Damn. I was really jealous. This is CCG DM. I know because I watch it. Okay, cool.
Are you going to give the best Dark Magician deck? I have the best Dark Magician.
What do you mean? You know the Wise Champion.
And you know what I am? Alright, instead of Sam giving some bum-ass Dark Magician deck profile, I'm here with my Primites Dark Magician deck profile that you can watch in action against the meta, Rizal Fiendsmith, on my channel, Jesse Cotton YGO. Okay, so we all know that Dark Magician is one of the most loved fan favorite decks of all time, and with the newest support cards for Blue Eyes, many people are forgetting about Dark Magician.
Who gets glazed harder, Albaz or Dark Magician?
I'm going to show you guys the most competent way of making this deck is up against the meta and make competitively viable.
I feel like Albaz is pretty famous. A lot of cards mention him.
Roll the intro.
The duel's on Jesse's own channel if you want to watch that. Okay.
I want to see some of the synergies this deck has and the combos, for lack of a better word. We stick to the end where I showcase some of the better plays. Starting us off is the namesake, Dark Magician, which is vanilla obviously, but the rest of the cards that synergize alongside it is what makes it all good. Not really much to talk about here, and I'm sorry for my pet inferiorities. I'm not Sam.
Wait, what is that?
Yeah, dude,
What is that?
It's a common Dark Magician.
Brokey?
Yeah, I know, man.
Brokey is crazy.
You know what? You're world champion. How you doing?
Are you a Brokey if you use the Master Duel Royal Rare?
What is that? Come on.
What are your evil? Like,
Come on, what is this? Jesse, don't ever bring comments to my presence ever again. Alright, let me just me.
first editions. Okay, Sam. Anyways, yeah, these are my Dark Magicians and DMGs, which I guess are all fancy now. And can't wait to damage them and Sam get mad at me, but I won't do that. Yeah, so you play
I imagine there's Primite cards in here.
with the spell cards deck, which we'll get there in a second. If you wanted to have this deck playlist breaks, you could.
Primite not having level restriction is actually nice if they are.
But beyond that, you also get to convert it into other sort of link monsters, extra bodies. Once you have your Eternal Magician Salvation up, Eternal Soul combo.
Primite basic.
You keep up in what other decks have been doing for a while now, which is spanning on
Forget Dark Magic Attack. Dark Magic Drill
They make
Beam.
your other cards stronger, which is why I have to play them. These are old. They're not good on their own, obviously. Yeah. So next up is the normal summon Magician's Rod. So this is typically a card you play more of. However, the Primate engine, which I talked about as being a help to this deck, does factor in a normal summon engine. And you can't just play 7, 8, 10 normal summons or whatever, because then you're gonna have a lot of dead cards in your hand. And especially when you're playing a deck that is a rogue deck, or you're playing from a competitive disadvantage, having dead cards only increases your liability and your
Drill Beam control. Let's go.
I mean, this is a good thing in general. Yu-Gi-Oh!
Drill Beam is a great card. I love it.
As live as possible, usable straight away. That means playing a not crazy amount of normal summons. And obviously, this card starts with Illusion of Chaos, which you can interchange for Magician Souls as well. So that's better. So you can have the option to get into it when you need it, rather than drawing a cloggy hand and feeling you can't do anything. And you need to make sure this deck can fit a large number of non-engine as well in, because you want to play hand trap. This deck plays like a control deck, and when you're taking that approach to Yu-Gi-Oh, obviously make sure your main engine is not too combo centric. This on normal summons you add a Dark Mission spell trap next to your hand, which is pretty cool. Or,
Desiree at home. Oh my goodness.
and then also, when the grave and spell cards activated, you contribute spell cash out of spell back to your hand. That effect is not that important, but it's nice to have. Next up, we got one Magician Souls. So Magician Souls can activate itself in the hand to either, which is send one level 6 hard spell caster from deck to grave. So in other decks it need this card, but in this deck you can send your magicians, your money, and then it either summons itself or discards itself to revive a Dark Magician. And when it's on the field, you can send up to 2 spells or traps you control or in your hand to the grave to draw that many cards. So its uses are for getting Dark Magician onto the field when your main source is getting out of the deck, or it gets used to cycle spells and traps to draw into new cards, or spells and traps you say already gotten value off, like a field spell that no longer serves any purpose. That being said, there's not a crazy amount of those in this deck. A lot of the continuous spells and field spells in this deck are how you win the game. You need them for the long grind, where you want to try to resolve them several times over the course of a duel, and that's how you win. So I'm not keen to send them off, as well as that type of effect is weak to cards like Impermanence and Effect Veiler.
Yellow cards, new cards go there. Yeah, for sure. Really? Holy shit. I didn't even think about that. Oh my god. Why did you mention that to me? Why?
Delusion of Chaos is a ritual monster which, when ignore the ritual effect, you do not summon it, but in the hand, you can reveal itself to then add any Dark Magician monster or monster that mentions it from your deck to your hand, and then put any card from your hand on top of your deck. So
Oh my god.
it acts as a second copy of each of these. You can play more of this, and if you're thinking of playing more of any of these, I'd rather just play more copies of this. However, again, to keep this deck engine count not too high, I've decided to keep this card just at 1. So that's it for the Dark Magician monsters, and this is a pretty compact engine. Truth is, obviously, without getting new support for the Dark Magician cards in several years, the cards become
People like
outdated,
playing with old cards for retro
support
formats?
cards
Oh, okay.
do the heavy lifting.
Wow.
And until we get new DMG support cards or DM support cards, don't expect the monsters to be the main focal point of strategy. And next up, we got 3 Soul Servants. So Soul Servant is going to be like a weird Rhoda for the deck. Lets you place any Dark Magician card or card that mentions it on top of your deck, which is not really a good effect, but it sets up for when you have draw power, and thankfully it itself is draw power, so it makes it not seem so bad as it may look on first glance. And then you can banish from grave, draw cards, up to a number of different Dark Magician girls, Dark Magicians, and Paladins or something in your grave and field. So yeah, usually drawing one of this card, mid-game or late game when you have both of these, you'll draw 2, which is cool. But this acts as just a very convoluted reinforcement of the army for any of your cards.
Alright.
What do you have this time, bro? Jinzo. What do you... I don't understand Sam's mind. Do you guys understand Sam? Because like...
2012? Okay.
Alright, proceeding forwards. We got 3 Dark Magical Circles. This is a card that I don't see everyone play 3 of, but I think does make a lot of sense in this deck. So on activation, you reveal, or you don't reveal, you look at the top of your cards of your deck, and you can place them in any order. And then if any of those are a spell trap that mention Dark Magician or are Dark Magician, you can add your hand. So it's like a weird duality, but also stacked top of your deck, which can have synergy with Soul Servant or other draw cards or planning for your future turns. The other reason for this card, and the big reason as well, is
Soul Servant is like a fantastic card.
You get to target a card your opponent controls and banish it. And this is during either player's turn. So when you summon Dark Magician on your turn, you can use it for 2 cards. When you summon during your opponent's turn, you banish
So is
it.
Dark Magical Circle.
That's pretty good. So that's kind of the reason I'm playing 3 of this. It pairs really nicely with my card for continuous flow of bodies, pressure, and removal. Now next up is a different card that I'm playing, which is not considered typical in Dark Magician decks. It is Bond between teacher and student. And this is the reason to play.
Oh, I'm not familiar with that card at all.
You touch someone, Dark Magician, go from your deck, or hand a break, but yeah. And then you get to set 1 Dark Magic attack or Dark Burning attack on your deck. So yeah, this is what Dark Burning attack and face down. I'll read that card in a second. It's just a way of putting more bodies in field to get damage faster, to kill your opponent. Obviously, you can control deck, you don't want the game to last forever. You need to make sure you can end it before your opponent. That's something you cannot deal with. As well as you get this disruption, which is really good. So I'm playing 1 of this. You can side in some more copies, or you can just play 3. The reason I only have 1 of this is I just wanted to not have too many ancient cards in the deck again, and it can be tricky. But going first card's very good because it sets up disruption as well as gives you monsters to link with or whatever. And you can see how when you start drawing multiple Dark Magician cards, it creates a nasty field. But yeah, then the Dark Burning attack, or Dark Burning magic, which the card you starts off with, says you control both of these, you get to destroy all cards your opponent controls. And it's a quick play spell. So it's going to be full-on board wipe, backed up with everything else you have. So it's developing monsters and disruption at the same time, which is pretty good. So that's the idea between that. Next up, I got 3 copies of Magician's.
Now that got me thinking.
Another one where I don't see people playing that. 3 copies of. I'm a fan of.
That got me thinking. In Shining Star, do we play Dark Burning Magic? Obviously, we can't play Bond between teacher and student because Dark Magician Girl is not in deck. But that new card now got me thinking about Dark Magician. That's Dark Burning Magic. Yeah, you actually set it up, do you? I'm trying to think. I'll think about it. But I'm talking about Shining Star.
So what it does is when you play it, it lets you get access to Eternal Soul by setting from your deck. Then when you summon a Dark Magician Girl or Dark Magician, you can summon the other corresponding one from your graveyard. So, yeah. It's a way of just getting constant flow of resources. That's why Dark Magician Girl is nice. Like, it's not mandatory for this bonus effect here to pay off, but when you go like Primite, Lord of the Revive this, and this comes out too, that's pretty good, right? This is how you can apply pressure. And then if you have like Eternal Soul survive in your opponent's turn, you can link these off and then bring it back again and see where we're going, right? Then also obviously you can send this card off Eternal Soul to draw a new card, which is fine because obviously you place the Eternal Soul and then you cycle it off to draw is a nice pressure.
Burning attack is not quick play.
Right, the last
It's just
card that I'm
no,
playing
but Dark Burning Magic
old
is.
classic
Dark Magic
I'm
Burning
playing more
is,
because there are
right?
other ways to get out Dark Magician in this deck, so if it leaves, it's not the end of the world. Yeah,
The Shining Star DM name becomes Dark Magician when it's on field. That's yeah. It is. Same with the girl. She's also treated as Dark Magician.
Not like
Girl.
a pillar of strength these days. Yeah,
These original name?
targets for some support.
Motherfucker.
But yeah, it's gonna be constant way reviving. And this one opponent revives the opponent's turn. The old classic combo with this deck is always trigger revive and then banish their card. Okay, so
Oh my god, they
it's not
future-proofed
mandatory cards,
this.
Because again, you have to make space for both the Primite cards, which act as Dark Magician cards in this deck, and you have to make space for hand traps, which is what all these are. So yeah, we'll press 4. First up, we got 3 Primite Ether Barrel Dragon.
Oh
This is
my
why you
god.
play 1/1
Watch your
or
mouth,
1/1
Reggie.
rather. This card is really,
Watch your mouth, Unk.
essentially unsummon,
Watch your
set 1
tone,
Primite
Unk.
card from your deck. Cool. You also tribute send a vanilla connect to grave. I don't really use that effect, but sure. And then also during your standby phase, the text says this standby phase, but it's been errata. It says your standby phase. If you have
What
a
the
vanilla monster in
fuck?
your graveyard, then you get to add itself.
I don't think I was cooking that hard, man.
It's also important to point other synergies in this deck. Now, yeah, you'll see why that matters in a second, but pretty much the Primite cards just give you access to Dark Magicians, so there's more ways to Dark Magician. Next up, we got 3 Primites Slowly Loads. Yes, these are blanked out a bit because I got them from my
Reggie.
$100,000 deck. hand, can't yell now. When it's activated, lets you add a primary card into your hand, but that's not all it does, because also the primary card gets attack boost, and then also you can declare the name of a normal monster and then summon it from your hand, deck, or graveyard in defense mode, and then you can't use monster effects the rest of the turn. So the big thing you're doing with this is just punk.
I know the fucking QCRs.
While also searching, right? So it's searching and it's special something. And this obviously gets this can get this. It's pretty flexible. This card is great. And obviously that effect of summon is once per turn, so that's why like this deck is a grind game deck, right? Like you can resolve that multiple times in duel while banishing card every turn with Archmetical Circle.
Lordy load.
One time at Drill Beam, this is a fantastic card.
Holy
Just like
shit.
So, it says
Excuse
you
me.
hand, or if you control one of those, then you don't have to.
You want to joke me?
I'm dropping you.
Whoa.
But yeah, once the activation, you meet the activation requirements, you target a card your opponent controls, negate its effects, and then you can banish it. This is crazy because it targets any card. You can also negate a spell like Grass or Balance, and then banish it. But this is imperative for breaking fields, for defending yourself, for crippling their grind games, their combos, it's just everything. But on top of that, and the reason you play one is if you control Primite
Yeah, I
monster,
did not know that.
and that's where the value of all this
It's so shiny. Hey, Gunstiger, how's it going?
Flow of banishes and dark magicians, and it fits perfectly with the theme because you're already banishing their field with Dark Magical Circle. There is one other Primite card I'm playing one of just to give me a little bit more extension. You don't have to play it, but I'm still a fan. That is Primite 4. Yeah, so
Good. All right, glad to hear it.
normal monster's name, and normal monsters, you take
We're
one
just
point
chilling.
from
We're
the
just reacting
deck
to
into
stuff.
the graveyard. Yep.
I have to touch
And
grass
then
pretty
the
soon.
graveyard says when you put normal monster, you can banish itself, and then
So
you
I'm
can
just
banish one
gonna-
monster from your opponent's field.
I'll probably do some Mathmech ranked tomorrow or something.
Whether this is field or grave, you can banish this and normal
But
banish whatever normal summon. You
right now
banish
we're
it
just
as well,
chilling.
you do a normal summon and support this extra layer of removal, while also developing the dark condition play, which can be important. Obviously,
Opponent can't know what it does if they can't read it.
it's a lot,
True.
right? 'Cause when you think, combine the two engines together, it does add up to a fair bit of cards.
Are you gonna watch the
So it's not
YCS?
nothing. Should be five,
Definitely not day
and
one
pseudo
because
card I put in, just prosperity.
day two
Look at the
probably.
top six. I mean, I shouldn't have to say like in a control deck makes perfect sense. It's just more control over the game. And then
Man,
the rest
maybe
of the
I don't want to do a
so it
witch
should
watch
be
party. I think I want to hang out in
and then
race
this is
chat.
27 cards, 26 plus 1, 41 card deck, and then 14 hand traps. Yeah, that's what it is. And then
I don't know.
you can
TCG doesn't watching
still full control
TCG
with Fiendsmith, 'cause that's kind of their way of dealing with the grind game.
doesn't
But
interest me
it also goes, like,
right now.
Twins of the Eclipse, as well as,
I'm gonna fucking
you know,
my ADHD is gonna like
this was four. Yeah, these cards are good. Nibiru,
want to play Yu-Gi-Oh or
Infern,
something.
Ash, Valor. So obviously the non-engine in this
I don't know, I
deck,
find
format, whatever the best
paper
format
play
is,
hard to
is what you'll play.
focus.
This is a control deck, and in that sense, or mid-range deck, and in that sense, yeah, you will change this to match whatever is needed. And in this case,
But maybe I
the
should
best
pay
cards are
attention,
Rival
you
and
know?
Malice, or, between the two.
Okay, do you
According
guys
to the
notice
here, it
this?
takes 2
Oh
hours.
my god, bro.
Best cards versus Rizel
Oh my god, hold on.
and Malice, or
Alright, you see this shit? This fucking muck on the fucking TCG sleeves? Oh my god, I can't unsee this. Now you guys have to see it. It's annoying because I'll see it on my sleeves too when I'm like shuffling it a lot. It's pretty gross. Are you gonna watch the KBBQ? Yeah, we gotta represent. These are friends that I haven't seen in a while, you know. I mean, we're still connected, but you know, I can't wait to flex that I'm a streamer now. You know how it is. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's just how it's. Yeah. This is pretty natural. This happens naturally, but I find it really disgusting, and I just like pointed it out. I wanted to point it out. Now I can't unsee it. Yeah, if you ever own cards, it happens naturally. Don't like, you just wipe it off. Wake me up when Primite is empty. I need a Primite. Let's go, Primite.
between the two. The card to consider that's not here is Hualos.
Yeah, it's just the you can.
Hualos in a slow deck like this is you get into the grind game for that draws suck, where drawing these cards is better. As well as going first, you still want your cards to be live, and it goes into the same problem before. You can't have your cards dead. If you're going second, so side deck, then Molotron is great. But I think in this type of main deck, they don't have a perfect spot. When the other card is Dominus Impulse.
I need to hear that again.
Decks, Molotron. My problem with Hualos in a slow deck like this is you get into the grind game for that draws suck, where drawing these cards is better. As well as going
Yeah, I really love this point. Okay, I think people underestimate. Okay, like these cards feel ubiquitous, but there are moments where I think people can. What the heck is this perspective? This looks really funny, but I think people pick up on the idea that this is not great going first, right? But I don't think that matters that much if you play shit like Mathmech, right? Where you kill their ass in one turn. So like, if you go first and you draw into this, I don't know, off Heat Soul or something like that. Who cares? Turn 3, they're fucking dead. But I do like the point where he brings up in grind games, this fucking card just fucking sits. Like, you're not playing Droll for grind games either. You know, if you're playing Droll, you intend to end the game as well. So people pick up on that idea where it's not good going first. But I think Jesse takes it further by mentioning, in grind games, you want any like to draw into live cards, because especially like the decks that grind don't have like, I don't want to say individually powerful cards, but like every card matters when they exchange, because their engine isn't as powerful as the deck that they're trying to grind against usually. Perfect District cost off sign and mining is follower. And yeah, you also have those too, and Packbit as well. So like in Mathematic specifically, I don't get the allegations that you shouldn't play Fualos because it's dead in first. Like, bro, were you playing the same game? We're gonna fucking kill. Who cares about what? Who cares if it's dead? You know, I set up my board. I mean, it is true. You do want non-engine in hand because, you know, it's harder for your opponent to interact with. And but a lot of times the turn 1 board is almost good enough to win on its own. Not guaranteed win, but yeah. So okay, I appreciate Jesse. This is why I like Jesse talking about like these, because the only thing I would like, here's the other thing, right? You play Molcharmies to force a half board on your opponent, right? And if your next play, when you force their half board, is to just like, I don't know, set back row, then what was the point of making them set up a half board? Because they're just going to try again a second time, right? Because they didn't actually commit that many resources. So they still have those resources in hand. And now they have more. I think the only exception is when they have a Giga combo. But you're going to get cards anyway. You're going to get I'm talking about if they do a Giga combo, you're going to draw cards anyway. And so you're going to have cards to offset that. But if it's just like, okay, I'm going to give you one draw. Sure. And then you didn't actually gain that much cards. And then they got to keep shit in hand for them to trade with your... Well, you can get 2 cards? That's fair. But I like the grind game point. But also, yeah, this is like, you know, the bad top deck shit, and that also comes into play. But yeah, you can get 2. That's fair.
If you were going second, so side deck, then Molcharmies are great. I think in this type of main deck, the other card is Dominus Impulse, which what you'd use in dark decks. However, with the new Primite Other Barrel, it would conflict with your Impulse. So I don't think that's worth it, and that's why it's not included here. Obviously, Dominus Purge is another card you can play as well, because even though these are darks, it wouldn't conflict. It only conflicts with these, right? Which in theory isn't the end of the world. And if you like really wanted to just be bare bones Dark Magician deck and like just like this with Dark Circles, then you play Purge, and it would be like no problem at all. But yeah, let's move on to Dash Deck real quick. Dash Deck is not super important, quickly, because my Mike deck, you're really relying on this and the banishing off your casino spells and the drill beam to beat the best part of your deck. These cards don't matter as much, but they are utility, and you will get a fair number of free bodies you can convert into useful. For Relinquish Anima, this is just to convert your souls into a Link monster for SP. That's all it really does. I mean, if they mess up and put a card in the wrong column, then that's nice, but this is the proxy, I'm sorry. This is Imduck, the World Chalice monster. This just turns a normal monster into an effect monster like Link Spider, but it's also dragon. And that's important because... Oh,
that's true. You need it for the fusion. Oh, I know.
And you can make it so this is a dragon.
Seals is true, but you need it for the fusion, right? Oh, I guess it's just Seals. Never mind.
No one's tributed, including White's on effect. Special dragon per deck and make its attack defense 0. But yeah, you can just get Goodall, Magnum out. Classic combo. Very strong. Dark Charmer, Dark deck. Celine,
no fusion. There's no fusion. I'm sorry. It was just Seals. My bad.
IP into SP with a fair amount of free bodies. Do something good on your first turn. Like say you open up the bond, they have like Lordy Load plus.
Are you making
this plus this? You can set up the IP. And
that's what I was thinking, but he's not making that because maybe he's goated.
Nightmare Phoenix occasionally needs to pop back row.
Because I feel like when most people pick up the deck, they will, like Dark Magician, they will tunnel vision into Dragoon. So the fact that he's not playing it, we'll see. The fact that he's not playing is very interesting. You know, I think it adds a lot to, it challenges a lot of pre-existing, you know, thought when it comes. I do like it when he, holy shit, that's a really shiny Phoenix. I do like it when a good player like Jesse brings his take.
Underworld Goddess lets you deal with random bullshit, and then Moon of the Closed World, it just lets you make this easier. There's no Fiendsmith stuff in here, so it just serves that purpose. Actually, it's not that important for this deck. There's other cards you can play and give you some like niche utility, truthfully, but this is what I had. And depending on the problems you're having at locals or at any tournament with this deck, then you'll adjust. Yeah, this is like just more removal with Goddess. Rank 7, which you can sometimes go into, we got Big Eye and then Dark Arm Dragon. Steal a monster and pop 2 cards. I'm not playing Zeus. You could try Zeus, but I don't know if it ever comes up. Nor do I really want to blow it back row. Typhon is probably the most important card in here because this is great into a specific meta where it beats Visal Detonator really easily. And then when you back it up with spells and trap cards, you continuous. That's how you're getting ahead of the game.
Nice.
And then Chaos Angel, which is a classic recognition card, as you can use Rod.
And it conflicts with other payouts you play? Okay.
7 and 3, which is very convenient. That's Rod and and Mansion card. Nice and easy. Okay, so that's the extra deck. You can customize this a fair bit. It's really not too important. There are a couple pieces that are very important. Like Typhon is a huge card for control decks, but that's really it. I'll show you guys what I was talking about for like a sample play here. And this is like is a loose combo. It's not really combos, but like if you had this type of hand, you can do some really powerful stuff.
I only make Dragoon if I handle. I didn't even run Verte.
Okay,
Nice.
so let me show you guys a kind of synergy progression with this deck. Now, this is a lot of separate kind of engines going together or disruption pieces. You're trying to collect as many as you can into your end field. It depends on what you draw, being how many you get, and we don't draw them. Like
You are my poison.
Then you should have hand traps to replace them, which is the nice part. That's kind of how the deck is built. So you should always have around the same amount of disruptions. But let's say we have like one of the more ideal opens, like Lordy Load, Circle, and go this, right? I'm going to assume everything off Circle. So first we can go Lordy Load. I'm going to grab connect a hand to prime my card, so I'm going to grab the other barrel and summon, and then set Drill Beam from the deck. Cool. And then Circle. Now say I hit off this, I hit the Soul Servant, so it gives me more freedom to do what I want. That's awesome, it's going to be advantage as well. I can call Dark Magician off this, special Dark Magician from the deck. Defense mode. Get off Dark Magician. Then I am going to Soul Servant, place on my deck. Place on my deck the bond between teacher and student. Now because I have Dark Magician field, I can banish it. Draw one.
Oh shit, we actually have a reveal
You have to do
soon?
before using this because your back was going to be clogged, which is really funny. This deck
Normal
plays
summon Blue
like
Boy
a-
soon TM?
what we say
Oh
is
my
like
god.
good, where you rely on
Is this like a manga?
be a constant form of
Let me
pressure.
click on it.
It actually means something in this deck. So yeah, where's my Dark Burning Magic? Go. Shield Nuke. Okay. Grave. Field Zone. Yes. I'm playing left-handed right now. Let me put this. I don't know why my deck is in the wrong spot. This week. Then activate Salvation. So I'm not ending here just yet. So don't think this is the end. But you can see already.
Take
we
real
have
puck.
this.
Oh,
This
let's
nice,
go.
This Vanish, this Field Nuke, and this Vanish as well. So you have 3 kind of already layers.
That's impressive. I'm like, that's not too shabby. You know? I think it's a running joke that Dark Magician doesn't have enough theme support to be good. But like, hey. Making Dark Burning Magic is like playable is impressive. The YCS live stream stuff, I saw someone wanted a link.
You can go into
Alright, Nibanian. I think he's dead.
He's Grave, or you could
Nibanian, arise.
or you can turn this into Imduck.
Evenly matched with Droplet clears this.
And
Drill Beam is the best card on the field. Okay.
Magnum up in the deck is also balanced with advantage.
Okay. I was gonna say Ether Barrel, but
Decide
true.
What you feel like is better to give you more control of the game, because they do different things better.
No, never mind. My goat Seals is here.
The IP play for
That is huge, actually. That is really huge.
the Drill Beam live without using Eternal Soul, which is kind of nice. And obviously, this will still come back from the grave when you use Eternal Soul.
This is actually okay. Like, this isn't that crazy because you can like Bell Eternal Soul and then you turn off this interaction. I mean, but then now you're playing like my goat Seals is FTK. Yeah. Okay. No, okay.
Yeah, you can go effect here. So yeah, if a Dark Magician or Girl is summoned, summon this monster, and summon one, use Grave for different things. So Eternal Soul, Banish, Revive, or all the way around. Banish,
Ogre
Revive.
Eternal Souls, buff, flip, explode.
You can field, and you can make SP with this, and it'll get added back to your hand in your opponent's turn. Then you can use the Link Summon action to go Kill Shot.
But
or
it's,
you can
even though we can like,
plus one of their monsters.
you know, generate like
Goddess is also fine depending on
simple outs to this,
if you're playing versus Mal, for example, this is something better. Survival effects depending on
it's not like
deck, recards.
it's not shabby. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, this destroys Math Mag. I'm not OTKing through this shit.
You're probably gonna have 2 hand traps like that. This is like even without those hand traps, pretty hard for most decks to beat. This is Banish, 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 Banish. Field.
Yeah. Like Jesse's saying, it's hard for most
Obviously,
decks.
some hands you may not be able to get to this, or some hands.
You know, when you do your thing. Ah, shit. Yeah. Seals bounce here. Oh wait, yeah, you can do that. Never mind.
Having a hand trap in its place, and you still have the.
But okay, but to be fair, that if you do ogre, and then you bait out the seals, like that's already like they still don't get the eternal souls. Whatever. The point is, this hypothetical. I'm not trying to be like actually. But okay. At least you're not nuking your own board. Okay.
Sam on my channel, so make sure you guys check over there. This house is weird.
What the fuck?
Yelling upstairs too. And
Okay, that killed me. Okay. What the fuck? Okay, let's click on the blue boy link. All right, so it is a manga promo, or like the Spellcaster cinematic universe is real. Bishop has stated this month's chapter was a conclusion to Magistic Arc, and the third story will be the Magical War, conflict between Endymion and prophecy monsters. They tease that the child of Artemis Selene reflection will be the key to the plot. For those who haven't been following manga, the kid was introduced in the first chapter of the Magistic Arc and has been framed as the mother telling the story touching Endymion 100 years earlier. This part 3 is a direct sequel to part 2. Expect the Witchcrafters and Invoke to pop up as well. Okay. Dang. Alright, cool. Maybe I should pick up the manga. I don't know if I like... I'm not sure what they're like... Some plot lines are kind of abandoned. Oh. Enemy. I just know that like they like Alistair or whatever goes crazy. I don't know how it goes, but I know they use him as a power source in the Link Crowley. The Spellbook Magical Tower uses Alistair as a source. We'll probably know whether Hein is actually Andy's kid or not. Really? I didn't know there was speculation that Hein was related. Dang, that's crazy. So annoyed that the Magistic support was just mid. What are you talking about? Spoon is insane. What? The first prophecy, okay. Spoon is crazy. It does everything Zoroa wants. Like, why is this card MF called Spoon, bro? Why is this MF called? No one knows how cold he is. That's about it. I don't think that's... Chorizo? Chorizo is fucking crazy. Spoon is full send combo. You can see it in a Phoenix shell because it triggers. What are you talking about? Chorizo is not mid, bro. Chorizo is sick. I don't know what else I can. Okay. Oh, we'll save this guy for a rainy day. I don't think I'll have time for. Oh yeah, we already saved it to streamer. Yeah. All right. What was next on the docket? All right, we already watched this. Chorizo makes Smith a full send combo. Oh my god. Alright, we'll watch 11 negates, Crystal Beast combo, and deck profile. Alright, we'll watch that.
What if I told you that with Crystal Beast, I can make this unbreakable field? With a Promethean Princess interruption off a Fire Monster, an IP into SP line, a Banish with a Bow at Q, a Lightlock with Protos, a Bounce to Rainbow Bridge with a
Hey, say that again?
Temple, and Sapphire Pegasus. What if I told you that with Crystal Beast, I can make this unbreakable field? With a Promethean Princess interruption off a Fire Monster, an IP into SP line, a Banish with a Bow at Q,
Pretty sure the combo doesn't work without Fusion Lacrima? Oh, okay. I want to link to a new Crowley to be better? Okay, that's fair. I think Crowley is still decent though. Like I think it's like an interaction with the new fusion. The Link 2 I don't remember it too well, but yeah, it didn't seem too crazy. Like Crowley being a trigger effect makes you think like you're supposed to summon him on your opponent's side of the field, like About Q or something like that. I don't know, something like that. Link 2 triggers Crowley. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I don't remember Link 2. So, okay, that's decent.
This is very good because you're usually going to be placing your Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon, which you can banish the spell trap card zone to special summon from the deck any Crystal Beast monster, find negative effects, and then add a Rainbow Dragon to your hand. that last part is not optional, so you do have to play Rainbow Dragon, and that is the downside to this whole bit, but it's very good. I played 2 of this card because you sometimes need 2 for grind games, as well as if you draw 1, you want to have a second one in the deck. We played 1 of the level 4 target, and then it's Topaz Tiger. And before I played this card,
You equips Crowley back, then bounce Crowley to hand in opponent's turn. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you need 1 more rank 4, level 4 for rank 4s. And I'm going for Topaz Tiger because in this case the Earth actually matters. Also getting this Beast Temple. We've also got the Crystal Beast Ruby Carbuncle. This is the crazy one.
That is true. Fusing with your equips is a missed opportunity. I think there's only one fusion spell that does that, right?
So if you can summon them multiple times in one turn, you can use them multiple times. That will come up in this deck. That's it for Crystal Beast monsters, because if there's a trend you notice on this channel with Crystal Beast and the cards in general, it's that with all the new support and they aren't monsters, the good cards are spells. And this deck is playable for its abundance of powerful cards in spell form. For that reason, very few monsters.
Hey, I might build this in real life, actually. I might build this in real life. I already have, like, the Crystal Beast stuff. But just this fusion spell and Metal Foes level 1. I didn't even think about Metal Foes. I get. Wow, I didn't realize you could do that. Wow. That's awesome.
Next up, we got 3 copies of Crystal Bond. So this is Rhoda plus more, because you get to place 1 Crystal Beast in your deck, called Capture Zone, then you get to add 1 monster with a different name for your next hand, or Crystal Beast monster. So you get to place 1 and search 1. Pluses are good. It is once per turn as well, so a newer card, not an old Crystal Beast. This one is not though, Rainbow Bridge, which I do not.
You know, that was something I kind of struggled with building Crystal Beasts. I couldn't tell how many you had to play of, like, because there's a lot of redundancy. You know, you have Crystal Bond, you have Rainbow Bridge. I didn't know what you had to play, but I was trying to fit like a huge Crystal Beast package. So you know, that's the reason why I had to make cuts. But it makes a lot more sense to just cut the fucking Crystal Beast. I'm sorry, I wanted to summon Rainbow Dragon, alright? But I guess you just don't do that. Which is fair, you know. Trimming the fat is kind of what I expect. You know, when you try to, you know, I don't know. It just feels like you end up cutting, like, you know, with Math Pack too. Like, you cut you cut all the cool shit, you know, in service of fitting more non-engine, or, you know, I guess let's use, okay, for Metal Foes names. Okay, that's the difference. I mean, only Pegasus and Carbuncle is good. That's, I mean, yeah, that's true. Other ones are poo poo. Hey, put some respect on my Amber Mammoth. Amber Mammoth from the Dove? Yeah, I didn't realize. Golden Rule is fucking crazy. Holy shit. It's literally summon 3 from deck.
So if the play is not incredibly obvious, you summon out Carbuncle, place whatever, and then summon 2 more. At that point, this is Premature Burial plus double emergency teleport in 1 card. Do I have to explain why that's good?
Soul Charge.
This card is mental, and it's this and Bridge of the Heart to make this whole package worth running. Yeah, this card's so good. And then yeah, we got 1 Awakened Crystal Ultimates. This card will sound really good. However, the fact
Soul Charge? Like, how old is what?
This means you already gone to play a bit because you access and resolve your Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon. If you're able to do that, or you are drawn Rainbow Dragon, you get to do one of a couple things. You touch summon any Crystal Beast in your deck, or graveyard, or wherever, and that's pretty good.
The video? It's recent. This is recent. 4 days ago.
This, or dump the next bridge, which is famous for tier. This card's also a crystal card. It's important because if this bridges into this, which bridges into this. And because this card has a bounce effect, whenever you guys place it on the trap card zone, you do so on your bonus turn. This is also a part of our end field. So when we start User and digging, it's important to have more copies to get us into our Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. And then lastly,
Yeah, I might pick this up, actually. It sounds fun to take the locals. You know, I might not stream Saturdays because of the locals. Because I feel kind of motivated to play more.
Unlike other decks, Crystal Beast deck is actually good because it just means you can search Pegasus. Anyways, yes, that's the Crystal Beast engine is the exact same as my YCS topping King deck. The rest of the engine, or the rest of the deck, is different though, because there have been, of course, hits to Snake Eyes as well as some of the engines. Next up, moving on to the Snake Eye portion of the deck. So, yes, this is Snake Eyes. But the reason why Snake Eyes works so well with Crystal Beast is for a couple reasons. For one, the Snake Eye and the Crystal Beast cards both place themselves in Spell Trap Play Zone. And you get synergy off that. For example, give you 3 sends off your Snake Eye monsters, Flamebridge can summon them, Divine Temple can summon them, as well as the Action Deck, you'll see even more synergies that are fresh from Supreme Darkness, as well as the rank 4 access that the Crystal Beast provides you, give you more consistency to see your Snake Eye cards. Because otherwise, with them all being limited, you don't see them very often. But yeah, these are the standard Snake Eye cards. Add, revive, or sack them both off to special to the deck, and then when it's add special summon itself and search 1, goes to grave, place in the back. If you're not familiar with Snake Eyes at this point, may I recommend watching something, I don't know, I don't want to say watch something else, but I don't want to go over these Snake Eye cards again, unless they're different Snake Eye cards, because...
Yeah, I feel like Jesse, whenever he mentions Fiendsmith or Snake Eyes and like these, like, you know, pet decks, the pet deckers are coming for him. They like turn their ears off and like go in the comments. Jam Dragon is so funny in this. Wishing you luck with the locals thing. Oh, thanks. Yeah. I've been mostly focused on Master Duel, but I think I should start playing TCG because eventually my TCG knowledge is gonna run out. Like I already have holes in my knowledge of Beansmith. But like knowing TCG helps a little bit, you know. At least just to not be surprised by certain interactions. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not trying to be like, oh, is this card good or not? I don't give a shit about that. Yeah, Damn Dragon. Yeah. The cross sheep interaction is really cool. Like you threaten a revive, they interact that, and you, I guess it only works for fire monsters, but Pegasus not OPT. That's true.
Just give a quick read if you haven't before. They are insane.
But yeah, thank you so much for
And this card has a huge importance in this deck, and that is Snake Eye Dust.
the well wishes.
Important in these cards, and you'll see why they come up later. One of the cards is Darkness does involve that. And when in this trap zone, you can place any fire from graveyard. And you'll understand why. Alright, so those are Snake Eye monsters. Now, Snake Eye spells. Obviously, original Simple Spoil have been forbidden. So what do we do now? What else do we search? Well, I'm thinking something else now. Instead of playing 3 Divine Temple with Snake Eye, as long as card is really good. Drawing it gives us both starters, extension, as well as disruption. That's good in a blind game and hand trap wars. I mean, not hand trap in one, but if they let hand trap you down to nothing besides Temple, then Temple still gets you follow-up important. Temple is very good. So I'd rather draw it and search the next target off of Poplar. However, obviously...
That's crazy. You play it at 3. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. It is basically, like, if you can set it up, it is basically Rhoda now. Because of the, I want to call it Damn Dragon. Even though it's doomed now. It's so over. Carbuncle. Yo, whose emote is that? It's pretty... Jesse. Oh my god, poor Jesse, dude. His emotes don't get used. Poor Jesse.
This card obviously works in Temple, but what's important to note is obviously that if you already drew your Temple and you want to draw it, it's
I found it funny because I think I remember people don't really like. There was a conversation where people didn't really see the value of Doom Dragon. And I mentioned something like someone mentioned like Snake Eye Chase was a fraud card, or like having to play fraud cards for like Doom Dragon is sus. Well, I'm like, what else are you gonna play? OSS is banned. Like, there's not a. Yeah, surely this is worse than OSS, but it's banned. What can you do about that? Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, Jesse. Beggars can't be choosers. You just gotta be... Like, you can't let your biases, you know... What are you fucking do? Go to Konami? Give me back OSS. You know, pull down their pants. You know, service them and get OSS back. I don't think that's gonna work. Nut up and play Snake Eye Chase. I don't know. But yeah, beggars can't be choosers. Basically, to the bottom line.
Searches the other package for deck, which is in a second, but yeah, good cards. 3 Engraver, Track, and Lurry. So before I wasn't playing as many decent cards in this deck, and there's a reason. This deck actually could play 30 cards. Very easy. It's one of the most versatile, flexible toolbox decks of all time. It's almost incredible, and I really want you guys to try it because of how free-flowing it is and different than other combo decks. And then you'll see what I mean by you can play a million different cards, you can customize it to your own liking. But with that, your Fiendsmith engine kind of sucks. I'll show you now. The only card on my extra deck is this. There's no sequence. I don't even play Caesar anymore. I'm doing something else with these cards. So it's actually kind of shit. You play these because drawing them is not the end of the world, and you can still get a mind game with them, as well as they will Bayer Corruption, because I mean, beforehand, before posting this, people will not know.
They can hop on MD? That's true. They can hop on MD. MD would never ban OSS.
Big package instead of the Saint package like before, because some of the extra options require you to get the Lurry out later. And that'll make more sense when we explain that. But I know this seems very convoluted, but trust me, it all comes together. So the Nemesis package, Acer Infernal, Pyro Banshee, that searches Pyros, doesn't even get Snake Eyes, or Bonfire to get Snake Eyes. These cards are insane for very obvious reasons. Called Light versus most decks, to Fiendsmith and Rizal, Dark if you know Malice. And then some more engine cards, 3-4 real goods, send Rainbow Bridge, and that's it. That's all you need to do. 1-for-1 is obviously insane because it's Snake Eye cards, doesn't need much explanation. Or Lurry, even like that. And then we've also got the Valence field spells. So if you're not familiar with these cards, these are staples in Jesse, Cotton, Crystal Beast Bruise. They're some of my favorite cards in the deck. When you play one of them, the other goes into your opponent's spell or field zone.
Oh my god, he's doing the stupid special summon from...
So this one says you special summon a monster.
Oh my god.
And bring it up to the monster zone, which is obviously very good. And then we can target monster your opponent.
Special summon from Spell and Trap Zone.
Put in Spell Trap Zone. So it's removal and extension. As well as when you're searching this and giving it to your opponent, this gives your
Oh, you're searchable off Rainbow Bridge. That's actually really cool.
They also can't use Lightning Storm, they can use Evening Match, so very, very powerful. The rest is non-engine. This deck's ability to play...
Dude, I think I am gonna build this just to fuck around.
complements the board breaking style where you can play 3 things. So yeah, I got talents and thrust, which are like the go-to breakers. These are not just that thrust it makes perfect sense with deck like this. It's like the grass here deck. When you have broken spells to search outside of just talents, then it's just nuts. Droplet, very good cards to get in card. Is one where
I would have said no brainer in that situation. Just a tip, Jesse. Okay. I'm just. Oh my god. I need to shut my ass up. During Anaheim, I mentioned this before, but I told Jesse to his face, like, we're gonna cook you. I fucking lost in the giant card to Infirm Column. Oh my god, I need to shut my mouth sometimes.
So this one is very cool. What it does is you can fusion summon it with a Snake Eyes and an Illusion, I think. Yeah, that's not how we summon it. It can also be summoned by sending 2 monsters from Spell Trap Card Zone to the grave. They don't have to be Snake Eyes. They could be Crystal Beasts. They could be any combination. It could be a random link monster like Phoenix that you put in the back row off of Snake Eye and Bellstar. You can just summon it out. Now, you may think, oh, this card may have a crazy on-field effect then. No, on summon, it's like any Flamebird. You target the monster you put in controls, and you can put it in Spell Trap Card Zone.
That's not bad though. It does chain block, right?
Don't do that much all the time into bodies. And not just any body, but a fusion monster.
It's not terrible.
Crush it, then you revive. So this is how you access your Snake Eyes Temple. If you have any other monster in your back row, so Crystal Beast, and you place a Snake Eye Ash, and then you make Crushy, and then you summon this out by sending the Ash, this can trigger to revive the Ash. But now if I from this can still make a Princess to revive Snake Eye Ash. And you can see how it all comes together. Now there's one of the cards that is like Snake Eyes, that Bellstar, or not Snake Eyes Doom Dragon, that also came out in this set, and that is just this Chorizo.
Skull emoji. That's a proper response. Chorizo. I claim chorizo, bro. I used to eat that shit growing up. You can't claim that, Jesse. I'm kidding. Oh my god. I'm talking crazy right now. The face of a war criminal. I know, dude. Who knew such a little guy would like develop so many boards? I hope people call him chorizo though. I need chorizo to get representation. Yeah, I hope it catches on. Chorizo's so good. That's so cool. I was been waiting for this card to be like Giga Shiest with like 5 attributes engraved. It's yeah, this is cool. Mini package that does revolutionize the Crystal Beast deck. Here's the 2 cards from Darkness that make the deck better. The rest of this is more of the same, to be honest. Actually, I lied. There is one more support card, but it's not as important. One of them is Banshee. Ring Force Pyros, obviously, so searches your Snake Eyes or the flag. Linkish Anima is both the Spellcaster and a Link, so it's good for this. And you can make this with Lurry as well, which is how you get to a Spellcaster with the Fiendsman card sometimes. Requiem, obviously, and then you are still playing a Light Link Fiend to convert. You saw it in Memento? Oh, I didn't even think about that. What tuner they use? As well as you get the free card back you draw, but let's you sculpt your hands wherever you want. This is a big part of how you get towards your end field. It's a very strong card, and you only use this deck to have an abundance of. I guess is it? It can't be Chorizo. I had to cut Delantis and Raging Phoenix, unfortunately. I really wanted to fit them, but dude, this extra can be like 30 cards. This is supposed to be a heat up, but I left it at Sam's house, so heat up. That's not a heat up, bro. That's a window. Am I blind? We must enhance. That's window, bro. Berful Mace and Vision. Oh, okay. It was Giga Cope. No. Vision Resonator. Oh my god. Okay, I know he just pulled it up to correct that, but. Oh my god. So this is another fire to unlock yourself a princess. It's just a good card going second. As well as you can pop the Valence card you give them to draw a card. And then it also has a fiend, which gets you into a battle. Yo, what's up, Magic? Doro says. Doro. Or if you can negate this, or if it gets negated, this is a fiend as well. So if it's imperm, you can go into this, which is cool. And then what it is quick effect. You can banish it from the field and discard a card to do one of 2 things. You can either pop a card opponent controls, which is cool, it's wise disruption, or you can revive any light dark in your grave. And that is extension, because you can revive off it if it's not already very obvious. Voila. How am I? So this is how you can develop some really pretty good. I woke up early and I was like, okay, fuck it, let's do some React. Because I have plans today. Which honestly shouldn't matter because the game is just over at that point. But will you be cooking some Kofium and Josh? I need to start like saving some of those conversations because they're even if it is Copium, they are interesting at the very least. The Chimera combos. Dude, I feel like I'm missing out. Like, someone's gonna play that shit on the Master Duel, and I'm like, oh, dude, I should have like paid attention in Josh scored.
Okay, I want Caesar, Desiree, I want Sequence, I want more Charmers, I want more Snake Eyes Doom Dragons, I want Caesar. It's hard. I want Alliance, I want Raging Phoenix, Chaos Angel, Typhon. But okay, let me show you guys a sample hand. Now, this deck, I really more than any encourage people to try because it's very different than people think. Now, I understand that Snake Eyes and Fiend cards have a negative stigma attached to them because, well, it's the meta, it's boring, it's repetitive. But engines can transform a way a deck functions.
Bro is pile shuffling.
Was not a deck that
Oh my god, why am I talking like this?
I enjoyed that deck, especially with Volcanics, it's a big difference, a lot more. So, the Snake Eye Fiendsmith Crystal Beast deck, and Crystal Beast are a large part of it.
Infernal Speedsters combo is really cooking though.
Plays very differently.
Nice.
Board breaker based, it's
I'll look that up.
heavy, its combos are very
I'll look that up.
It's nowhere near the same thing, so don't let that be a reason not to try it. And this deck is so incredibly like flexible.
I do appreciate Josh Cord for just cooking up random shit like that because it's like one of the few discords that actually talks about the game, like unironically. I'm not saying like every Discord has to be like that, but like it's a treat. Okay, you don't get that a lot.
After all the shuffling, and I mean like that can happen, but we'll just redraw because I'm trying to show you what the hand.
I'm okay with shit posting discords. Okay, that's like there's nothing wrong with those.
But yeah, so I'll film upside down. If my zone placement looks wonky,
But I feel like a lot like
I think that's enough shuffling.
like some discords I can think of use like some channels as like a venting channel, and I'm just like, okay, bro. It's especially like, oh, my opponent opened 3 hand traps. I'm like, okay, bro. I'm sorry. Like everyone has to deal with that.
Let's do the 5 cards. Flamebird first card is Troll. Golden Rule, Bridge of the Hearts. Rainbow Dragon is so bad, and Rainbow. All right.
This shit sticks.
Going first because you're gonna lose the hand traps. You only have 1 engine card. If they stop your Crystal Bond, and because you do both these, it does look awkward. As long as you can't use Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon because of this, but we're gonna assume there's no hand traps for this hand because you can still do a shit ton if there are no hand traps. But obviously understand that this hand is not good. So if you're gonna get a hand trap, it's gonna suck. All right. So first off, Rainbow Bridge obviously is our only playable card, and we're gonna add Crystal Bond to the hand because we're gonna need some monsters. And when after Crystal Bonds, you place 1 and you add 1. So we're adding Pegasus obviously. Is it obvious or do I add Carbuncle? Might be add Carbuncle to be honest. Is it too obvious though? Am I playing to Imperm?
This is not obvious at all.
It's okay, so play that. So I'm gonna have to Golden Rule. So it'll summon this out, and then place from deck 2 more. And I'm probably just going for Pegasuses because I can make fusions with these in the back row.
Nice.
And now I'm going effects to special summon. I think it's Imperm. What I do is I go effects, destroy this, and because I already have the Rainbow Dragon, I can just get the Awakening Crystal Ultimates to revive from grave and try again. I'm gonna act like I don't get hand traps, so I'm gonna hold this in hand, save this, and just play this out. But yeah. So from this position, these all summon themselves out. Okay. From here, these effects activate, and I'm just gonna fill my back row up. Now, obviously, this is gonna take up all of my Crystal Beasts, but that's okay. 1, 2, and where's the Tiger? There's gonna be no targets in deck for this. However, you can always shuffle things back with Nemesis Flag. If things get banished. But like the amount of bodies I have here, I'm not worried about this resolving. To be honest, as nice and as free as it may be. Okay, from here we're going to overlay for Banshee. Here we go. I'm gonna go effects to special summon or to special add to the hand. We add Poplar. And effect special Poplar.
Dueling Book replay? Oh shit. Okay, I'll check that out. We're almost done. Yeah, I'll check that out after.
Right, where I can pop and then yeah. I want to make stuff now or after. So I'm gonna temple here. Play Snake Eye Ash. There we go. Let's link these away now. I'll leave this up because we can turn to Spellcaster, which is important. Into your Closed Moon. And I'm gonna link this off for Requiem. So my back row is actually a little fogged right now. So maybe almost I was supposed to leave one of the Pegasus in deck. Only put two Pegasus and 1 Tiger. I only have 2 monsters here, but then one of these would be Pegasus, which would give me a better follow-up to be honest. So or better, my next play would be better because I ideally be able to equip this. Actually, no, I have space. This is great now. This is fine. Effects. Get out Engraver. Equip. I'm gonna link this off for Anima, and then I can fuse these away for Chorizo. And with the Chorizo, I can Synchro, and voila, this is set up now. Now what do I have in my extra deck right now? I have a Light, I have a Dark, I have Fire, I have Wind. So I'm just missing Earth, which is a Topaz Tiger. But I mean, there's no hand trap besides Bell. I'm not really worried about Bell at this point. You can stop Bestial, Ash, and Nibiru, which are the 3 important ones.
Holy shit.
Doesn't matter. I mean, Mourner, I guess.
All right. That's crazy.
Here, Engraver effects. Yeah. So you have 2 uses of Engraver. You can use it to get a Fiend in play for the QW later, or you can use Phoenix for QW. But I'm gonna use this here, second Cross Sheep. Putting back the Goddess is fine. I'm gonna link these away for Cross Sheep. Now I'm going to go. Yeah, I want to. So ideally in this deck you go Pegasus, plays Pegasus, plays Pegasus, plays Pegasus, and I'm not doing that right now, which is kind of dumb of me. So I'm gonna go.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Oh, I mean, I'll still watch it.
I'm gonna link or infuse these off for Snake Eyes Doom the Dragon. Then Caution Effect to revive. I'm gonna revive Pegasus because I want to get Pegasus into rotation. Yeah, so Pegasus into Pegasus is there. Then I can link these off. Well, honestly, I have a cool play because I drew the Flame Bridge. I can link these off. No, I don't want to Cubu at the same time I go for... So my play I was thinking here is I can go Cubu, discard the Flame Bridge, but if I'm Cubu reviving, or what's it called? A Bala Cube. If I'm doing that and reviving Carbuncle, then my field can be clogged, so that's not actually good. Okay, so what's the best way of going about this? Maybe what I do is I do go Cubu, and I just don't use the Flame Bridge effect. So I can do this. I can go... Make a Cubu. Oh, I put the Phoenix in Grave first. Effect, banish yourself at the end of the turn, discard Flame Bridge. Revive Carbuncle. And these will come out. Effect again, put another Pegasus here. It's important. And then...
Bro, he's...
Yeah, I'm gonna go...
How is this still going on? I think I lost, like, the plot after he summoned the Jetix.
Pegasus in Small Trap Card Zone, by the way. So, I'd probably place it now in Small Trap Card Zone. Yeah, I'll place Pegasus in Small Trap Card Zone.
Bro's just like, yeah, casually.
But, you know, I might...
This shit's going to time, bro, when I'm playing this.
Phoenix. Or not Phoenix, Ida. And then I can go special summon from Grave with Flame Bridge. So I can get out 1 and 2. Back on summon. Add Oak from deck to hand. I think I'm gonna start Yuja here.
Yeah, just casually sorry, Yuja, bro.
And then I get to draw 4 cards and put 3 back. So let's draw 4. Bonfire, Crystal Wand, Talons, thing. Alright, so Engraver's a free body. Bonfire we're keeping for sure. This is dead. This is dead. The rest is kind of up for debate. This I need. This is insane. This is insane. Is the Engraver 1 body better than the Talons? I'm not keeping Engraver for the maximum combo, but I don't even need it, to be honest. So I'll keep these. And now special from hand with this. So you just special from hand. Effect to revive. Effect to revive this. I'm gonna sack this off. Special from deck. And let's get Snake Eyes Buster out. Alright, so this will get IP. So now I have this up. I have IP up. This will come back in the end phase. This will place itself. This will get a Fire in field now. And I'll place Flame Bird Spell Trap cards on for follow-up. And then from there, I never even need search off this, but obviously there'll still be a bounce in the end phase. I'm not getting rid of it. I'll go Bonfire. And I'm going to grab Flag. So if I didn't already have Engraver, I can do this. Oh, I didn't banish a card from my grave this entire time. Because I didn't use my thing here. Interesting. Okay, so how do I get a card banished? I mean, the easy way is to SP myself, right? To banish a card. I'm not particularly fond of.
I hope you're ready? Okay.
You might be correct. Okay, so definitely a bit of a mistake there for me. Wait. Oh my
I'll see if I can keep up.
I have a normal summon! That's crazy! I still have 2 normal summons! Normal summon, search. Not Protos. Let's grab Protos here. We'll summon up Protos. Banish this so it comes back. And then attributes I have excess off. So I have more Earths in the grave now. I have 3 Earths because I have this as well. So it doesn't matter to go to that. And then I have an excess off Fires. You don't need 3 Pegasus. It's fine. Banish, and because I control a Pyro, this comes back. And I'm just going to link these away. Go to the lights. If I call lights, this does nothing in my hand. Activate this. And
Jesse lost the plot too.
This is the 5 Princess. They're locked into lights. We have 5 negates off this. IP and SP still. Bounce with this. This can bring this back, depending on field space. Otherwise, just bring this. Bounce. That's a lot. 1 card doesn't all you have. The graveyard is just everything. I hope you can see. I wasn't even close to running out of monsters, right? And if you had more activate space, you could keep summoning Damn Dragon or Doom Dragon. You could keep going. If I had a good prediction,
Damn, bro, lost monetization right there. Damn Dragon.
That's why I keep posting it, and I will keep posting just release updates every time I feel like there's a notable change to this deck. And I hope you guys appreciate that. Let me know if you do. And if you are a lover of this deck.
No, this is cool though. I think I do have Crystal Beast stuff. Cold Fusion, yeah. Sapphire Surprise. Oh my god, if it's from him. No disrespect, no disrespect. But I know he goes really far into these combos. Okay, let's forward this a little bit. Okay, Deception. Okay, Azamina. We were cooking together? Okay. Okay. Alright, Sinful Spoils. Which... I need to read this again? I think the search is the Sinful Spoils, right? Add, okay. That's all I need to know. It's not Ilia Silvio, which is in the gate. Alright, Diabell, summon from hand. OSS is banned. Sag. Murcielago. Add back. Ilya Sylvia. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, fine. Beansmith. No normal summon? Oh my fucking god. No normal summon is crazy. That reminds me of a Vanquish Soul combo I was thinking of. I think it was like... I forgot how you did it. But basically, it was like OSS. It was Diabellstar into... Is Diabellstar, and somehow you made Power Tool Dragon. And then you just search... Oh, I forgot how it went. I think it was Durandal. Yeah, I think it was Durandal for Rosin. That was... I forgot how the combo went, though. But that's what it reminds me of. Okay, Museum. Okay, this is sick. Holy shit. Okay, you use your normal summon, but we'll see. Yeah, we were down bad for Rosin. We ended up deciding it wasn't good enough because you pitched 2 cards. You might as well just play Small World, which is just pitching the same 2 cards. Obviously, you need bridges, but like I think it was because of the Diabellstar pitch. Like you could push through stuff, but I think Small World was just cutting the fat. This part is funny. Okay. All right, summon Turpin, Sequentia. All right, Desiree. All right. Don't tell me fucking negate Promethean Princess. If this is like Promethean Engraver's Clip so you can revive with Turpin. Oh my fucking god. You're right. Holy shit. Does it specify? It just literally just has a equip card. I guess that makes sense because that makes sense. No? Okay. You don't do that? Charles. Oh my god, this is so good. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is so good. Holy shit. We just pop Promethean with Charles. Okay, cool. That is so funny. We're literally witnessing Cold Fusion. I might try it for Noble sometime. I don't generally play, like, you know, decks that develop a large board like this. But I should get in the habit of it. Well, thank you for sharing. I will save this in my little... This is so funny. Let's see. XQC plays Pokemon TCG Pocket. Alright, we'll take you off. What are the chances of you losing the time limit? Very high. Very high. This was not optimized? Oh my god. Alright. Kazu. This guy he's a Mathematic Goat. Winner of the 3rd Muchi Cup. Reincarnation, Salamangreat, Evil Twin Sprite. Oh wait, no, that's not it. It's just Salamangreat. But one of his matchups is Evil Twin Sprite. Pre-Insect Temperance? Later oh my god. I think later means they went 2nd or something like that. Marine Cess, Salamangreat. Oh, my second one of my favorite deck, Salamangreat. Alright. Based? The standard line would be Gear Free instead of Angelic Ring. Oh. Okay. Oh, actually, I'm saying O as if I understand. But more like O as in surprised. Okay. That's dope. Debug. That's not standard, is it? Oh, I think I saw Ryan Yu play it. Does Santoli play it? I'm not sure about that. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, to me, this is standard. At least it's better. I'm just glad I don't see those stupid bullshit counter trap fucking... Like... I think that Salamangreat build is giga ass. I fucking hate that. I hate that build. But people are convinced it's good, so I can't stop them. I can't, you know. I'm just being a hater. All right, I think the only hole. Oh, you know what? The MD special. Yeah, true. All right, so that was Kazu. Oh, you know what I want to react to? Okay, let me move this. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if that shows up on the OBS. Ray started? Oh, that's cool. Did he actually get back so soon from the optometrist? There was one thing I wanted to react to, but we can save that for a rainy day. Maybe I just raid Ray and then call it. There's still time for me to, you know, I still have some time, but no, I think it's a good stopping point. I can do other things, you know. Yeah, I don't leave for a bit, so I can just hang out in Ray's chat or whatever. Yeah, thank you so much for joining, everyone. We'll just leave it off that. Oh yeah, support the GOAT, Jesse. I feel like I'm preaching to the choir here. I feel like, but this is just to ease my conscience about the ethics of reacting to literally just freebooting content. Thanks for the stream, of course, Ura. Yeah, you've been streaming for 2 hours. Have a good one. Yeah, we'll stream for longer. Don't fret. When we do our rank climb, I'll probably do a rank climb with MathMech pretty soon. See ya. Scatter. All right, Twitch, thank you so much, YouTube Peepos. Twitch frogs, we'll send you to Rasian YGO. If you guys wanna, if the YouTube Peepos wanna hang out with Rasian, with Raymond I, I'll send the link over too. All right. Twitch.tv/Rasian. Yap stream is always great. Thank you. I appreciate it, you know. I don't really believe I have something useful to say, but I do love yapping, all right? I do fucking love yapping about this game. If you got something out of it, it warms my heart. Truly warms my heart. Pants grab raid? I need to do a raid command, like a exclamation mark raid command. So I don't have to update. Yeah, we'll just do fucking pants grab. Pants grab. Okay, we just do that. Okay, please. Okay. We'll do the pants grab raid. Okay. Oh my god. How long will it take? Because I'm starting the raid through like a third party, so I think I have to yap for a little 10 seconds. I don't know how long it takes for it to go through. How do I end the live stream? Maybe it goes through if I end now, but I don't know. Okay, hold on, let me do. Ah! All right, you guys don't know what I did, but it scared me. All right, thank you so much. Goodbye. Have a good one. I'll be back sometime.